What's going on, boxing fans? It's your boy. Who kind of boxing? We ooh man, I'm tired. We stayed up late last night. You know what I'm saying? Jermell Charlo and the post conference, man, he was talking about, he getting his respect, you know what I'm saying, as an undisputed champion. And it was great to see him demand his respect. You know what I'm saying? Reporters coming at him sideways. And it was just a beautiful thing to see him, become undisputed, at 154. He is now, the undisputed king of 154. So, you guys come on in here. It was a hard battle. Castano, he came in, he put a lot of pressure, he was tough, but Jermell Charlo, he showed brilliant counterpunching, brilliant counterpunching. Derek James, got Jermell right for the adjustments. The adjustments were just beautiful. Um, I mean, just going inside the ring, keeping his backs off the ropes. Um, he was just the jab was just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? He was catching Castano coming in, and you know, this time, he wasn't able to rally points, steal rounds. At the end of the rounds, Castano he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? He at points in the fight. Castano, he was still got fast hands. He got faster hands than Jermell. He's got quicker feet, but he wasn't able to really implement his game plan like he did in the first fight because they were prepared. And I think Derek James should be coach of the year, the way he prepared Jermell for this fight. And you could tell he worked hard on keeping his backs off the ropes and countering Castano way better than he did in the first fight. And you can see Earl Spence Jr. on the sideline telling Jermell to jump on Castano. I thought that was like really cool. He had so much support from his brothers. From Errol Spence was telling him to jump on him, and he said he heard all that stuff in the post press conference. He said he listened and he heard everybody saying go to the body, and that's what he did. When Cristiano would crowd him and try to jump on him, you know what I'm saying? He would just catch him with a great counter punch, you know what I'm saying? That left hook was landing. Sometimes it would land to the body, sometimes it would land to the side of Castano's head. Sometimes it would land, however it landed, so he was throwing it and it was crisp and he was just sharp. He was way sharper this fight. And he showed the heart of a true champion, because that kind of pressure really would really crack a lot of champions, and that was Castano game plan. He even said it. He said he didn't think that Charlo liked pressure, and he went in there. He went in there trying to like really dominate. What's going on, Mike Biggs boxing? How did you enjoy the fight, man? That fight was lit, wasn't it? It was lit, and then to see Jamil, basking in his glory, bro. Afterward, that was a beautiful thing. And of course, the media is gonna try to downplay his performance, but how can you downplay that performance, bro? That's one of the best fights I've seen this entire year. Um, man, I mean, did you see at one point they were just going back and forth, bro? I mean, nobody wanted to give a quarter, and then they at the end of the round they stared at each other. You know what I'm saying? After throwing hands, that was a beautiful fight, bro. I mean, I can't even think about a fight that was better than this. Epic, epic, historical, bro. I mean, what can you say about Jamel Charlo right now? There's a lot I've seen in the comments where a lot of people like now he got my attention, and they're saying like now I respect Jamel Charlo. I said the man has been fighting killers his entire career. He had to go get, the other three belts, from certified champion Rosario, he went in there and knocked him out, who was the other champion he fought? Harrison had to come back and get his belt, after taking a loss, just to come back from a loss. That shows you, what kind of heart Jamel Charlo, usually, when you lose your belt inside the ring, it's hard to get that mentality, to come back. and produce a great performance. You know what I'm saying? And he did that. And Jermell he's a champion's champion, bro. And my bag, I have to put him up there. You know what I'm saying, on the pound for pound list. They don't put Jermell Charlo up there on the pound for pound list right now, bro. I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know the list is bogus. You know what I'm saying? It's already bogus. You know what I mean? And you know, it was good to see Jamel demand his respect. You know, and the reporters, you know, what I'm saying, they was trying to come at him a little sideways, and he kind of checked them. He kind of checked them and everything. You know, what I'm saying, I was glad to see. You know, he gonna stand up for himself. What's going on, nigga? Tonight, Jamel will run from Crawford. Oh, come on, brother. It's too early for that. This is about undisputed. This is about this man, you know, becoming the seventh, you know what I'm saying, undisputed champion, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that's gonna go down, you know what I'm saying, boxing history. That's something that's gonna be in the Hall of Fame, the boxing Hall of Fame. And I'm just like, wow, you know what I'm saying? He came a long way, you know what I'm saying, from that pure boxer, you know what I'm saying, that we all saw, you know what I'm saying, that's moving around the ring, you know what I'm saying, and not very effective, into becoming a power puncher, man, a knockout artist. And, you know what I'm saying, and it's just to see his transformation, you know what I'm saying, to be able to beat, he said, Mike Bisboxer says, he said, don't make sense, nigga, tonight to fight Bud. Yeah, not right now. Bud still got to fight Errol Spence Jr., bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, he still got to pass that test, bro. You know, Crawford, you know what I'm saying? He's a great fighter, but you know what I'm saying, I think Errol Spence Jr. is gonna be his test, bro. That's gonna be his biggest test. And you know, no matter, you know, what you say about EJ, you know what I'm saying, that's Crawford, that's the best opponent he ever had. So, you know what I'm saying, you don't know if Crawford's, you know, how he's gonna perform against Spence. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, for him to be talking, for y'all to be talking about him fighting Mel is kind of ridiculous, especially with Mel. You know what I'm saying? Getting his accolade, and a tough accolade. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get it from some, you know what I'm saying, mediocre champion. You seen Castano. You seen him coming in there throwing hands. You know what I mean? He said, yes, Jamel made history, but I got used to see. I got used to see Undisputed way back when Crawford made history. Crawford said he would okay Spence, move up, and okay Mel. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying, Crawford didn't take the belts off of no tough competition, is what I'm telling you. You know, and Dongo, you know what I'm saying, you know, he's not a world beater. You know, you can't name two opponents and Dongo fought. And that's the point, you know what I'm saying? If he would have knocked out Danny Garcia or something like that, then Terrence Crawford be looked at different. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't really face no tough competition down there. It wasn't like Regis Prograde was down there. It wasn't like you know what I'm saying, Josh Taylor or anybody that could really throw, or Jose Ramirez. He didn't have to face nobody like that. And even though I believe he would have beat those guys, he didn't face that kind of competition. So that's why Crawford gets the criticism that he gets. You know what I'm saying? He just beat some paper champions and stuff down there to become undisputed. If he would have fought somebody like a Castano, or somebody, you know what I'm saying, with some substance, who had gave him some adversity and pushed them to the limit, then, you know, undisputed would have been, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more you know what I'm saying? You know, people would have looked at it a little bit different, you know what I'm saying, for Crawford. And it looked like he's kind of had the easy route because he haven't really had faced the opponents that some of these other champions like Errol Spence Jr. had to face. Danny Garcia, and he had to face Sean Porter, you know, had to face these guys, you know what I'm saying, when they were champions, and Kell Brook. So, you know, that's why, you know, there's a difference in the competition level. So, you know, nobody hates Crawford. It's just they want to see him in there with better competition. And you can't brag off beating, you know what I'm saying, easy competition. Excuse me, y'all. I had to. So, you know, where does Jermell Charlo go from here, y'all? Who y'all want to see Jermell Charlo fight next? You know what I'm saying? What skill does Castano have other than walking forward and taking punches? Well, it don't matter about, what I'm saying, he's crafty, what I'm saying? He's a crafty pressure fighter. He's got fast hands. He's got quick feet. These are intangibles. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes intangibles, makes up for lack of skill, and he does have skill. You know what I'm saying? He changes levels. You know what I'm saying? He's a very tricky fighter in the ring. You know what I'm saying? And he's hard for anybody to beat. You know what I'm saying? So if you ever watched Castano fights, you know what I'm saying? He's a tough, tough, tough guy to face. You know what I'm saying? All those Argentinians are very tough to face. Like if you ever watch Madonna, you seen the trouble Madonna gave Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? These guys, they come with real weird punches. Madonna, he'll throw a punch from the top, you know what I'm saying, from like a overhead you know what I'm saying, like an overhead right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he'll just hit you on the arms, he'll hit you anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's high volume, you know what I'm saying? And Sergio Martinez, what I'm saying, with the you know what I'm saying, with the see he'll fall back and counter you, it look like he's going away from you, then he'll slingshot back, you know what I'm saying, and hit you with a power shot. So, they got very, very, tricky you know, um, boxing skills. You know what I mean? Just unorthodox. He said Crawford wouldn't beat Castano or any top 154 pounder. What's going on? What's that? Ronaldo Mitchell. Welcome to the channel. Yeah. So I thought Jermell showed a lot of mental fortitude. You know what I'm saying? Testicle fortitude, all that. Man, he was in the fight of his life, bro. He just went in there, he banged it out at times. You know what I'm saying? He boxed at times. I mean, he just changed, he just switched it up so much. He showed himself to be a lot more versatile, you know what I'm saying, in this fight. And Castano tested it. He tested him. This was a true test. And he didn't get an easy win. You know what I'm saying? Castano made him earn it. And even though, Castano, his style, you know what I'm saying, he was walking through a lot of punishment. Did y'all see those shots that he was getting hit with? Iron was shot. Man, what you talking about, Mike Biggs? Bro, he was so sharp, bro. I was so proud of him because everybody was wondering, like, how Jermell gonna come? You know what I'm saying? You kind of wondering, because what's going on? What's going on? GT 856. What's going on, bro? He said, he was just so sharp, bro. Um, you know, at the times when, he did get his backs against the ropes, he was just countering Castano just so precisely, you know what I'm saying? And he was catching some stuff, you know what I'm saying, like he does, because he does that little dip thing. And Castano was catching him with that left hook at times. He was catching him with the overhand right at times. But, he got out of there, or he'll clinch. And that was so smart because it would break Castano momentum from flurrying and getting even more shots off. And so that was an adjustment I saw that Jermell Charlo made. Yeah, 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 Geraldo Mitchell. He is underrated. What's going on? Salute, Jay Smith. He was very underrated, bro. Um, and I think Castano just thought he was just gonna, be able to press him out, but he saw different, man, because that kid there, he got underestimated power too. I mean, when he at round 10, what I'm saying, when you saw Charlo caught him with that left, what I'm saying, to the head, oh man, he just collapsed. I mean, I mean, Castano just completely, I mean, just failed. I mean, he couldn't take no more, bro. I mean, yeah, you saw the accumulation of body shots, and you're just like, damn. You know what I'm saying? When is this shit? Because Castano was just taking them shit. Sometimes he get hit. You know what I'm saying? He'll go back. You know what I'm saying? A couple of steps. You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn, look like that should have took him out. And you could tell, saying it was breaking him down because he started slowing down around about, 7, maybe 6, 7. You saw Castano kind of, the pressure wasn't as, it wasn't as rapid as it was before. And you just saw him kind of gradually slowing down. And man, You know what I'm saying? Charlo just kept it up, man. He just, he just stayed disciplined. Castano, what a warrior. You know what I'm saying? We got to give it up to Castano. A lot of people shitting on Castano, today, what I'm saying, because of the results. But man, look what he did, man. He pressed forward. He made the fight. And Jermell, he made his adjustments. Castano, he couldn't make any adjustments. That was the problem on his side. That he didn't make any adjustment. I didn't see anything new that Castano was doing, besides what he did. He just kind of ramped it up. He just kind of pressed harder from the first fight, um, trying to really get into Jermell head, and he just couldn't do it. Jermell just stuck to the game plan. Man, when I tell you, I'm so proud of that kid, man, from Texas. Having all his support group, having the truth there, having his brother there, man, it was just a great environment for him, man. Did you see the emotion saying that he had when his brother, after the fight? I thought that was cool to have, his brother there, backing him up, Lions only. And boy, hey, I don't know, man. It's like undisputed, the seventh undisputed, and I think he's the first full belt undisputed champion at 154, bro. He is definitely going into the Hall of Fame. And for that accomplishment, that is a huge, huge deal, bro. A lot of people, they're just kind of missing the point in the event that uh your boy had accomplished here. And I'm just like, wow, man. There's a lot of people that's starting to get turned on to Jermell. Unfortunately, he had to win undisputed for people to really pay attention to him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like reading the comments, and they're like, now I'm now I'm saying Jermell, watching Jermell, I'm impressed by Jermell. I was like, come on, bro. Black people got to win undisputed, for people to take notice. The man been fighting killers his whole entire career. You know what I'm saying? And it's just amazing that, he's been fighting and doing well this long to get this respect. He got to win undisputed, get respect. He's been fighting them but top competition. So, I'm proud of Derek James. Derek James is definitely in my bag. Coach, I put him way ahead of Eddie Reynoso. You haven't been hearing anybody talk about Eddie Reynoso's and the L's he's been taking, in his fighters. And, Canelo just took a loss. So they definitely need to reevaluate, you know, the coach of the year thing. And I know it's all about politics, and they're probably not going to do it. They'll probably pick some obscure ass coach. They'll probably give it to Freddie Roach again or some shit. But that's how it is in boxing. We know the system, we know the setup, we know how they do. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see. Well, what Jermell gonna who he gonna fight next? So I mean, he deserves some well time off. He fought the damn fight of his life, bro, in the ring. He fought the fight of his life. Um, but I think, Castano, he seemed like he took the loss well. You know what I'm saying? He congratulated Jermell Charlo. It wasn't no, no excuses. He gave it up like a true champion. And, you know, let me see, I got the links here. Let me see, my usual suspects want to come up. I dropped the link for my boys. I'm saying, what did you guys think? You know what I'm saying? What would y'all put Jermell Charlo on your pound for pound list? You know what I'm saying? I'll have to put him up there. You know what I'm saying? I have to make a list. I have to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because this was definitely a great accomplishment for him. And you know what I'm saying? So shoot, what do you guys think of the fight? He says, where Mantis Stannis? Oh man, Mantis Stannis. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, so they paid him step aside money. You know what I'm saying, for to get out of the way, and hopefully he don't try to come back and mess up this EJ and Terrence Crawford fight. But I don't think they can, because I think they're already in negotiations and stuff. So I don't think Mantis Stannis, he would get destroyed right now. Them guys are in their stride. You know what I'm saying? They're in their prime. So Manchester Stanley, I don't think he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. He destroyed what was that guy named Boutier or whatever. He destroyed him, and but that's his best fight. That was his best opponent. What's going on, Bruce? Boxing Gas, Jazz, and more. Yes, sir. What did you think of the fight, bro? Wasn't this a fight of the year? And Manchester Stanley, yeah, he ain't ready, bro. He ain't ready for this kind of action. And plus he stay in one spot. He don't really move around the ring. And even though he don't really have a great defense. Stannis, but Stannis have Bill. He has what? Bill top. What's that? He has what? Bill top. Yeah, but what I'm saying, he's not really in the conversation. Really, he's in the class of Jerome Booth Ennis. He's not in the class of Terrence Crawford and what I'm saying, Errol Spence Jr. What I'm saying? He's really in there. He's in the Virgil Ortiz Jr. class. Good morning. What's going on, Michael Ryan? What's happening? And he's in their class. So I don't see him getting that fight because, EJ, if he wins undisputed, I don't think he's going to defend it at 147. He said that he's going to move up to 154. And I believe that's what he's going to do. What I'm saying? He's going to go up there. And I do believe Errol Spence Jr. and Jerome Booth Ennis will meet at 154. They already talking. I know y'all seen the trash talk. Jerome Booth Ennis said he going fishing for shark or some shit like that. And Errol Spence Jr. said, what I'm saying, you might catch something that you don't want. So, them boys already, they starting to build up. Boots got the deal with Showtime. So with him having that deal at Showtime, that's a fight that can happen. That is definitely a fight that can happen. He says, Stanis, I think he worked very good for head and technique. He said, I think he would work very good for head and technique. I don't know what that means, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he's a good fighter now. Don't get me wrong. He's a tough dude. He got a lot of power, a lot of pop in his what I'm saying, got a lot of pop and everything. And he got a little bit of defense, but he gonna get ate up. When you're talking about somebody like, EJ Boots or Terrence Crawford, he's just too stationary. I think Buddha wins. No, bro. Come on. No, no, bro. Butiev, what I'm saying, wins Ennis. No, bro. No. No, Butiev, what I'm saying, Butiev, he don't have the, what I'm saying, he's slow, what I'm saying? He can't move, what I'm saying, around the ring. He don't have good footwork. He just got power. He got some power because he was hitting the Stannis with some good shots, and the Stannis just took it. And with his little basic defense, he was able to defeat him. I picked Butiev to beat Astanias. What I'm saying, I was wrong in that shit, but Butiev, he's limited, bro, very limited. What's going on, G5? What's happening, my brother? What's going on? Yes, sir. G5 in the building. Y'all subscribe to G5. You know what I'm saying? Some of the best boxing content over there. Yes, sir. Yes, Butiev, he's a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? But he just, what I'm saying? He's just limited, bro. And if he's talking about fighting up on the next level, he's gonna have to find himself some defense, bro, because he's gonna get destroyed by somebody like Ennis. Ennis will just play with him. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't even have the footwork to be able to mess with Boots to even touch him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that Astonis fight showed me everything I need to know. He said, what Butiev have that makes you think he can't beat Boots? I just told you. You know what I'm saying? He don't have no footwork. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no great defense. He's just a strong pressure fighter. And that ain't gonna work with Boots. Boots will eat him up with all kind of body shots, head shots on his front foot. He's too front foot heavy. You know what I'm saying? And he don't have the greatest defense. You see what I'm saying? And with that boy reflexes, what I'm saying, it'll be like Apollo Creed, versus some nobody. Hustler One says, BH, what's going on in the building? Yes, sir. Yeah, man, I was so tired, man. I stayed up late last night. Yeah, yeah. That's why I picked him That's why I picked Butiev to beat Castaños. I thought his power was, a lot more, but he faded, in the fight. And Castaños just had basic, basic high guard defense, And, Stannis was able to get in the quicker shots and, beat Butiev, and he faded in the fight, And, Stannis, beat him just smarter. And he had basic defense. And, I just thought Butiev had more, I thought he was more versatile than that, and he wasn't. Stannis is a very basic and stationary with no footwork, kind of like Brian Castano. Man, Brian Castano, man, Brian Castano, man, he is, he's a tough dude. You know what I'm saying? But he, I'm saying for like he'll be a good fight for Virgil Ortiz, somebody like that. But I think Virgil Ortiz, he got enough talent and footwork to and power to beat somebody like Costanos. But that'll be a great fight right there. Let me see. Let me see. He said, but who stops Stanios? Yeah, it may not be. I think Boots will stop him. Tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying? Because he'll eat. So it'll probably be a TKO, be a technical stoppage. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be a knockout because he's not going to be able to put hands on Boots like that. His footwork too good, too fast. Did you just see him fight Custio Clayton? Man, Custio Clayton when they're and they're scared. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a true test for Boots, but you could see the hand speed, you could see the foot movement, you could see, his reaction time. Because Stanios wouldn't be able to stand that, bro. I mean, he would punish him. Let me see, in my opinion. So he said these slow-footed, one-dimensional fighters need to go back to the drawing board because these new American fighters have it all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hustler Holmes. Let me see. -9 says, Butiev is very basic and stationary with no footwork, kind of like, oh, I read that. So, let's see. It still says, boot stops stun. Yeah, yeah. I say boot stops stun. It's like in 5 or something like that. He'll be taking so much punishment, bro. Yeah, boot sentence. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I see. That's G5. You can hit the link if you want to come up, bro. Let me see. No, don't see. Let's see. You must be from cross over the cross seas. He said, no, don't see who can stop Stannis real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you can't see where Ennis is, he's just too fast for him, bro. Too fast, too good. You know what I'm saying? Counter punching, what I'm saying? Offense. You know what I'm saying? Boots is just, he got it all, bro. Stannis ain't on that level. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you see in the Stannis. I think he's a good fighter, but he's a good fighter for stationary, fighters, people, fighters with no good footwork, people, with no control of the range and distance. You know what I'm saying? But, that's none of Boots. Boots controls all that. You know what I'm saying? He's so athletic, bro. You know what I'm saying? He just got so many dimensions to his game right now. He comes from a boxing family who got that boxing pedigree. You know what I'm saying? His brothers were boxers. His dad's a trainer. Dad boxed. So, Stannis, coming from that's like the Floyd Mayweather line. You know what I'm saying? So he's got all that legacy and experience that's gonna I think that's a mismatch, bro. That's a bad mismatch. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. So what else fight? I think your boy Yoko, he took a L. Yoda, he took a L. Said Boots also has a good coach with amazing knowledge. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. You know what I'm saying? Hustler Holmes. That's what I was just saying. He has a boxing legacy. You know what I'm saying? That's just ridiculous, man. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like the Mayweathers, you know what I'm saying? It's like boxing is in Boots' blood. You know, that's I mean, he was a baby and you know what I'm saying, he grew up into the boxing world. So, this is second nature. And every time you see Boots, what is he doing? He's always training. You know what I'm saying? He's always in the gym doing something. You know, he wants to be the best. And that's gonna take him a long way. I believe he's gonna be the next undisputed at 147 because I don't see anybody at 147 giving him any trouble. What's going on, Dick's Justin? Salute to you. You know what I'm saying? So, since Ennis is afraid of standing, come on, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. I know you trolling. You must be in here trolling. You must be haven't seen how Boots is out here. You know what he doing out here in these boxing streets. He destroying everything, and he is destroying everything, bro. I mean, he got rid of Custio Clayton like what I'm saying, like he was a fly, like he was on a fly on a piece of cake. And it says Ennis is afraid of Stangers. Oh, come on, bro. Come on now. You got something else? Dick Justice says, yeah, I mean, I don't know. He must be trolling. He must be trolling today. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think about Jermell victory last night? What did you? I thought that fight was so amazing, bro. I mean, I have to just go back and watch that thing over and over again just to see Jermell in top form. Um, I mean, I'm just proud of him, bro. I'm proud of what I'm saying, everything he did. Getting that jab pumping. Did y'all see how many jabs he was throwing in that fight? In the first fight, he seemed like he was a little timid. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he was a little timid, but in this fight, he put it all together, and he got his footwork together. Um, you know what I'm saying? The best, yeah, this is BH, this is the best Jamel I ever seen. And what's going on, Mr. Vegas? Grind time. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. This is the best Jamel, bro. He says, Tesla Holmes said, put Jamel number 2 on my pound for pound. Hey, I have no problems with that. I have no problems with that. You know, um, shit, just the way I mean, this performance was, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm at a all, man. I'm really at a all. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some of my boys up here and tell me how they saw the fight. And let me see if I can contact Steve. So yeah, he said Jamel's one of my favorite boxers today. He looked great. His jab and his counter punching ability was on point, and he used the reach and the athleticism. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And plus, I thought this was how the first fight would have looked like. You know what I'm saying? I thought this is how the first fight was going to look, and it didn't. But I guess he had to get used to Castano's speed, because that's one thing that a lot of people overlook is how fast that man hands is, and that's how he was able to get a lot of shots off by feigning and changing levels on Jermell. So he had to like really, what I'm saying, be on guard for that, because Castano, he'll leap in and hit him with that overhand right, and as he ducked in, and it was just interesting how Jermell was able to time him. And that was another thing that I was so impressed by. Saying Jermell timing was on point. Saying his timing was ridiculous. Saying, I was like, wow. It says Mike Biggs Boxing says you can make that argument, but Castano is one dimensional and Boots is in all. Oh, he said Castaños is a one dimensional and Boots is an all round boxer. Yeah, well, I don't know. What I'm saying? What's his DW? I don't know how you say that. What I'm saying? It's no way in the world you can compare, Steyers to Boots, man. You know what I'm saying? That the skill level is just so wide, bro. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Can anyone click the link? You know, the link right here. But is the link not working? So Dick Justice says he says, yeah, he tried to outfight and exchange punches with Castano in the first fight. It was a bad strategy. Yeah. And, his hands are just too fast. He's a volume puncher. You know what I'm saying? And but I tell you what, what I'm saying, Jamel, he was so much more accurate in this fight, and I think that was the difference. You know what I'm saying? And plus, he made the adjustments, keeping his back off the ropes, and that made a big. He couldn't steal shots at the end of the rounds, and Jamel mentioned that in the press conference. He said, he had to be aware of what Castanos was doing in the ring. you know what I'm saying, trying to flurry at the end of rounds. And I thought Jermell clinching, you know what I'm saying, helped him, you know what I'm saying, with that. And I just thought he fought like a tremendous, smart fight. You know what I'm saying? His head was in the fight, unlike the first fight. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Who's real? What's going on, brother? What's
What's
going
up, fam?
Yes, sir. What you got on it? I know you. I know. You know, we did a little celebrating last night.
Yeah, man. I'm still like, you know what I'm saying, hungover off that high, man. Like that boy got undisputed. He made history, like he said in that post fight press conference, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Don't matter if they could keep leaving him off the pound for
No,
pound list.
no, Hustle Holmes. No, it ain't for certain people, man. No, come on up, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I put it out there. You know what I'm saying? My channel. You know what I'm saying? This is a boxing channel for people who love boxing. You know what I'm saying? And we talk boxing over here. Ain't no. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody got their boxing knowledge over here. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like to invite people up on the panel to see what they got to say. You know what I'm saying? I ain't one of them people that like to, just talk all over the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. You know, I run out of breath. I'm 52 years old, bro. I get tired. Let's see. BH says a composed male is a dangerous male. He sure is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, Hustle Homes, you can hit the link. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who want to come up. Let me see. Dick Justice says another hype job exposed yesterday. Oh yeah, Bowley exposed Yoka, and they even tried to rob him. Yeah, he was the next up and coming and stuff on the scorecards. A disgrace. Yeah, yeah. You know, people were big on Yoka, man. You know what I'm saying? I was surprised. You know, I was driving, I couldn't catch that fight. You know what I'm saying? But I heard about it. Everybody was coming to me and telling me about my man. He got knocked down in the first round, and I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry. Let's get back on this one. I'm saying, what you saying, bro? What you saying?
I didn't even get to watch those fights, but
Yeah, me neither.
I'm just happy that bro made it happen, man. We knew he was gonna stop that boy, man. You know, we knew
Go
he
ahead
was
and
gonna
click the link,
dominate him.
hustle home. Hmm.
We knew he was gonna dominate him, and you know, I called what I say. Did I say ninth round stop? I said ninth round stoppage.
Hmm.
I said, bro wasn't gonna make it through the ninth round, but you know, I'm just glad he did it. You know what I'm saying? I was on pins and needles. I was nervous as hell. I was yelling and
Me too.
screaming.
Hmm.
I was yelling and
Me,
screaming
you
and
sound like
shit.
you sound like me. Tired as hell. I stayed up late last night. I had to make a video after
Yeah,
that, and I was like, man, we were tripping last night. I was like, wow, man, this fight was off the chain, man. Did you see them just going at it back and forth, bro? That was so exciting to see.
yeah,
Smell step to him. You know what I'm saying? Because that little sucker, man, he is a little tough little Tasmanian devil, and
yeah, man.
I don't know why people are saying Castano don't have skills, bro. That dude do have skills. Oh, okay, all right. And that dude do have skills, bro. I mean, just his explosiveness, the way he's able to put punches and bunches, and he's controlled with it too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because
he tough. He tough. He got to know. He got some pop in his shots, and
hmm
it's just Jermell is who we thought he was.
yeah, and and that's what you need. Yeah, Castano skills and a warrior. Yes, sir. Yes, BH. Um, that's what you need as a champion. You need somebody to be able to bring that out in you. You need so everybody can see it. You know what I'm saying? If you just cruising and walking through dudes that are subpar, you know what I'm saying, then you'll never get the respect. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's been Terrence Crawford' problem is that he haven't had like a Castano to pull that next level out in him. He had a great fight with Gamboa, but Gamboa came up two weight classes. You know what I'm saying? And a good big man, a good big man always beat a good little man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so, we knowing this as hardcore boxing fans, you know what I'm saying? That's why Crawford don't tend to get his credit because he's always fighting people he's better than.
Yeah,
And
he's untested.
right, and that's why Boot's gonna run into that problem too. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Boot's gonna run into the same problem that Terrence Crawford ran into. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no really good journeyman, there like Lamont Peterson and you know what I'm saying, he got old on us. Roadside Rocky got old on us. So, and
AB got
those
old on us.
yeah, AB, what I'm saying, he got his problem. So all the guys that was in that mid range area who could have tested these guys, you know what I'm saying,
Sean
they
Porter
they
said,
they
"To hell with that. I'm not gonna be no
yeah,
gatekeeper."
Sean Porter said he ain't fighting him. Danny Garcia said he ain't fighting him. You know what I'm
Keith
saying?
Thurman think he too much.
Well, Keith Thurman knows he see Boots. He saw Errol Spence Jr. He see the same thing in Boots, and he's not gonna fight him. See,
Yeah.
and that's why Keith Thurman. That's why his you know what I'm saying, that's why his cachet is where it's at. It's in the trash because he don't want to fight no tough fights, and he fought Pacquiao. That's a high profile fight, so he knew if he sold his old to Pacquiao, everybody be like, "That's Pacquiao." But see, if he would have got beat up by Errol Spence Jr., then he would have took that loss a lot more. It would have looked more bad on him. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Steve? What's going on, bro?
What's going on, fellas? Fellas.
Did you see the fight?
Oh, you know it, man. You know it. That was a
Mm-hmm.
good one. I was just listening to what you guys were saying, ain't want to interrupt. I'll just hop in
Yes, sir.
because he was saying some real shit about like not enough good journeymen
Yeah.
to test the limits of these guys. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all smash the like button for your boy, you know what I'm saying? I'm monetized now, you know what I'm saying? Show a little love for the channel, you know what I'm saying?
That's
If you
what's
want,
up.
you know what I'm saying?
Congratulations.
Appreciate that, bro. It's only been like 3 days or something like that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So, we in the house now though. Dick
Yeah, man.
Justice says he says the 154 division is a very good division, and it's just not hyped up by media. Yeah, and they've been banging for a while at 154. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? They have been banging for a while, and like I was saying, I was just surprised at how many people don't know Jermell Charlo. He's been fighting killers his whole career.
That's surprising too, man. That's surprising. Because I
Hmm.
mean, he been banging it out. And I mean, you
Yeah,
know,
with
he was in a little
attitude.
tough division.
Yeah, with prejudice. With
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
attitude.
my bro, he kind of a casual, and he tried to say that Jamel didn't fight nobody, and I'm like, bro, you must be talking about Jamal because Jamel fought everybody.
Yeah.
Anybody who even say that after, you could be casual as hell, but after you saw both of those Harrison fights, it's like, how can you say he ain't fought nobody? Because Harrison, man, he took it to the
Right.
limit with him.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
Both
what
of
I'm
those was
saying.
some
Like
good.
people will watch it, right, and they'll see him stop the guy, and then they're like, oh, well, that guy was shit. You feel me?
He'd be like, he never been stopped before, though.
Yeah.
Right.
you know,
Like, nigga, nah,
it's
that was
different
a
when you get that
dog.
first one.
Like, nah, he just stopped the dog, nigga. He just stopped the
Yeah,
motherfucking Cane Corso.
If you could say anything about Castano, you could say he got nothing but dog in him. Nothing but dog in him.
oh yeah.
What's
He
going
fight
on,
that
Coach
real
Bones? What's
Argentina
going on, bro?
style. He fight that
Mm,
Argentinian style. He fight
yeah.
like who your boy? Damn, I forgot. I was about to say El Jefe, but that ain't his name. You know your boy who fought Mayweather.
Oh, I'm talking about Madonna.
Madonna, that's it. I couldn't.
Hmm.
Yeah, he fight. He keep coming. I mean,
Yeah.
Jermell catching him with some nice hooks, some wicked hook. Wham! On the counter, he just keep coming forward. I was like, man, this dude like Rocky. Like, yo, take a breath or something. He like, fuck a breath. So, Castano a dog, man. It was a good fight, just like the first fight. The first fight was really good. I agreed with the draw in the first fight. You remember what I was telling you, Pull Count? I was like, yo, if you want undisputed, go take it. Go knock his ass out. Go show you. And this fight, he did that.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of people were expecting a decision. And I'm like, this knockout erase all of the anything. Like, yo, I knocked you the fuck out, man. I mean, he did him. He hurt him, man. That referee was terrible. At the
Yeah.
end, he was terrible.
If he
Yeah.
dies, he
Yeah.
dies. That's right.
Yeah, I'm like, man, that dude couldn't even walk. He said, "Walk over here, man."
Kind of like Jack Reese, you know what I'm saying? Giving people the benefit of the doubt and inserting himself. You know, I think these refs be wanting to just be seen and insert themselves when there's a historical match on or something, you know, so they be remembered or something. And you know what I'm saying? And plus he looked like he was, you know, Latino, so he probably wanted to give him, you know what I'm saying, a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, guys, like you said, just sent out a tweet.
I said, man, he trying to get him killed there because Mel will kill him.
Hey, listen to this tweet by Earl Spence. He said, "Can we get Twin Charlo on the pound for pound ranking? I don't give a fuck. Replace him with me."
Man, that shit shows how nobody should even mention that pound for pound.
Yeah.
That's all in. That's our imagination. That shit like that damn franchise belt.
Whenever they put Monster Inoue there, I was like, nah, this shit fake.
They didn't have neither of the Charlos.
Yeah.
They didn't have Tank on there. Like, man, come on, man.
No Tank though.
Like, come on. Like, whose list is this?
You know why they don't want the top 5 to be all black.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
If you think about it, if you really think about it, pound for pound by definition, who's beating Earl Spence? What non-black fighter beating Earl Spence? What non-black fighter beating Terrence Crawford? What non-black fighter beating Tank? What non-black fighter beating Shakur Steele? What non-black Jermell Charlo? Like they wanted to look a certain way.
Right.
And black fans aren't united enough to defend against it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what we got to do.
Oh my God,
it's so bad for him. It's so bad for him. They got to put heavyweights on a pound for pound list that's not supposed to have heavyweights on it.
Yeah, they put Fury up there with after beating Wilder, but Wilder was never even in nobody's conversation, in none of their conversations.
Right.
But that's the thing, man. It's a ghost list. Like it's no author. It's like all of us can make our own pound for pound list, and it had the same amount of credibility as theirs. Because we see how garbage it is.
That's why they get so upset with Champ Side. Because Champ Side, you know what I'm saying, he's respected in this field, and not everybody goes to his pound for pound list because it's on point. It's the truth. Yeah. It's the truthful list. And you know, and they put, I think they put what's his name? What's that guy name?
And
now over Stevenson at one point in time, but I think they got it right. I think they put Stevenson at number 9 now on some of them bullshit lists. You know, Mr. Vegas says Castano has a lot of skill. He ain't no punching bag. He's very skilled. Dick Justice says a lot of casual mix up Charlos. Yeah, I used to do that too.
I used to mix up. Hey, you know what separated them?
The attitude.
Resume.
Resume. Yeah, and that
resume separated them.
Because you remember when they were beefing, he was like, "I'm pulling my side of the lines only. You ain't." And you know, you could tell them brothers right there.
I lost a lot of respect for him with that. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real, man. You don't put that shit out there. You don't show no chink in that armor because they all they got.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
They all they got. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was kind of like, you know, just keeping it real. Like, I like that real shit.
But you keep it real with your brother in private.
You don't beef with your brother in public, man. Yeah. You just don't. We got to have some rules out here.
I see,
nigga, we used to get out in the yard and fight in front of the whole neighborhood, nigga. And guess what? Everybody knew you ain't finna fuck with my brother if you ain't fucking with me. Nigga, don't matter if we fight, nigga. It's still me.
But that's in the yard, though, man. You can't do it to the world.
In front of the whole neighborhood.
You can't do it to the world.
You can't do it like that's
that like when Snoop Dogg got on that thing and said, "Ain't got no problem with them folk." No, you don't do that in public. Tell me that in private, man.
Yeah, definitely. You treat your brother different than you treat.
That's your brother, man. That's your brother.
Shit.
Like I ain't never
everybody know. Everybody already know. Man, we used to fight every day. We used to fight just to challenge each other, just to make each other harder. That's how down here in Houston. That's how it is, bro.
That's how it is everywhere. Every little brother got to fight a big brother, and they coming from a little brother. That's how you get right. But still,
I can't speak on nowhere else. But I just know down here, that's how it is. And I didn't mind him checking him and saying, "Bro, nigga, nigga ain't nowhere in the world I would have missed out on the opportunity to fight Canelo. Nigga, crazy.
That's his business.
That's just keeping it real. They're just
Yeah,
keeping it real, and the whole world know it ain't no love lost between them boys, and that's a fact.
Nah, man.
Nah, them niggas was at each
that's
other's
crap.
throat for a second. There,
Hey,
bro.
did anybody watch the press
There
conference?
wasn't no love lost though.
I did. I
Hell
watched
yeah,
the
I
press
watched it.
conference.
That shit was so lit, bro.
Yes,
But
sir.
have y'all noticed that who y'all watch it through? Y'all didn't watch it through Showtime, did you?
I did.
It was.
I watched it through a few different ones.
Yeah, it was just random. Like it wasn't like how the normal post press conferences are, when you could just click on the internet and find anyone. You know what I mean?
And just see it.
Yeah, it was
Like you said, through
different.
Showtime.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
See,
on PBC.
but these are the little things that they do that keeps the boxers from getting those numbers. That keeps the Charlos. I mean, you'll see the Canelo press conference from beginning to where everybody gone, and you're supposed to do that for everybody. And that's that crap, man. That man just made Undisputed the seventh person to do it in the four belt era. That's some big shit. That's supposed to be from start to finish. Press conference, ESPN, Showtime, everybody.
Man, Charlo was so lit. Derek James was trying to calm him down and talk
Derek
that
James,
politically
boy.
correct shit.
Hey,
Charlo
he
was
was
man,
coaching
fuck
him, and
that.
he was telling him why.
did y'all see after the fight? They did like a little coach. They did a behind the mic with Coach James at the corner.
Yeah, that
nigga was spitting.
Why they don't do that during the fight no more though?
I don't know, but that nigga was spitting, bro.
I like to hear that. I like, he was telling them, he was like, yo, you let him recover. That one time he got him hurt, like what, 4th, 5th round? Like, man.
He was like, shoot the jab. He was like, you could throw whatever punch you want to throw. He said, but when you shoot that jab, do whatever you want to do.
Do whatever you want, as long as you hit him with that jab.
Say that. I heard him say that.
Yo,
yeah, he got one of the baddest jabs, man. He got a tough jab.
It's almost like it's almost like you got to tell him he got a badass jab, because I feel like he should be like that shit, bro.
That should be a weapon, bro.
He hurt Castano so many times with the jab to the body.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, bro. I'm like, yo, throw it.
He was killing him with that one to the body.
Yeah, man, did you see when he caught him on that step a few times and went straight? Sometimes it went low to his leg, but boy, when he catch him on that step, man, he was stabbing him right to the gut, man. I was like, how is Castano taking this punishment, bro?
Yes,
man.
I was like, my thing is the fucking IQ to do it. Like, they was point blank range. He was coming in, stabbing him with the jab on the back.
Yeah.
I was like, get out of here. I was like, people don't see this. The people don't see that Jermell is that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Terrence gonna go up there against that guy. Don't slow down, baby. Slow down.
I'm a knockout artist, baby.
Bruh. And then
really,
look, he's had 2 boxing careers. Because remember, he wasn't a knockout artist at first.
Yeah, he was boxing.
It was Maul that was knocking him out.
Knockout artist, baby.
You saw all 3 of male boxing styles in one fight in this last fight. You saw both.
I mentioned that earlier.
You saw both coaches in that fight.
You saw it. Yeah, you did.
Mel is a great, bro. He's a great, and we got to celebrate that man, because he's a man.
And to this day, there are people out there that say he has no skills, and that say he can't box. He
don't know shit about boxing.
He don't have any boxing IQ. And
that's crazy.
Heads.
Like, that's crazy. I mean, this. Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead. But I was like, that's the thing that pissed me off. That's what pissed me off about the pound for pound list, all these other little crazy ass things going on in boxing. If the motherfucker can box, they can box, man. I don't care what color you is. If you got a nice jab, you got a nice jab.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got a nice left hook, you got a nice left hook, man. Let's get these boys they props.
Hey, that boy Charlo say, I'm busy. Fight each other, I'm busy.
And I support it.
I'm busy.
But some people can't separate, the Charlos from the outside the ring, to the Charlos on the inside the ring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he does a lot of things that, turn the black community, criticizing Wilder and some of the antics they do at
that
some
boy
of the
say, where the drums at? I don't see them drums.
I just hate the fact that
he did say that. He said,
But Mel did do better with his press. He did do better with his interview. Yeah. He wasn't he the one that waved off J-Rock when he knocked him the fuck out? like that shit like that.
like
You
that
got to
shit.
play the game, and he played the game good last night. He gave Castano his props, gave him a hug. You know, he raised his
He
hand.
told him, he said, "You a motherfucking dog." He
Hey,
told him.
real, for real. The same thing Tank did when Pitbull gave him that. You know, he gave him all the props. He like, hey, he good, man. He gonna be a bad boy, but I ain't fighting him again.
Look, hey, you know what, man? I don't care about like if a nigga knock a motherfucker. Excuse me. There's a person knock a person out. You know what I'm saying? He talked shit after. I don't care about it because there was shit talk before the fight. You know what I'm saying? Dude running around saying he finna knock me out. Like, bro, come on, stop it.
But see that
shit
that run the sponsors away too though.
But not
Tank talking about, man, if I want to see you, I see you at the Crystals.
Man, but it's okay for Canelo
to
fuck Caleb Plant eye up though.
Tank different.
Tank be talking about doing hidden licks and shit. Like, yo, chill out, Tank. They're running away. They're running Pepsi away, man. We got Pepsi. Don't tell Riley you're gonna fuck him up.
Yeah. Like, come on, stop it. You got to do it.
But you know, but you can
that
see
was funny though.
You can see Tank starting to mature. You know what I'm saying? He getting away from all that kind of craziness.
Yeah.
He you know, even in his tweets, you know what I'm saying? He's starting to, mature and not say some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to see. He'll start getting on. You know what I'm saying? Once he leave, Once he leave Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? He'll probably go for the top fights. He's talking about going down to 130 and fighting Shakur Stevenson. That's a good start.
Because I mean, man, Tank really supposed to have so many endorsements, man.
I don't even think Floyd holding them back.
Right.
I think Tank don't want to fight them niggas. That's my point. Like, because whenever he Floyd said, "Hey Tank, let's call Bob Bremer right now." Tank talking about something. He trying to set me up. What you mean trying to set you up? That's
right.
What do you mean?
Well, I think when he was still a little bit early in his career, when he was trying to set him up to fight Lomachenko, and
that was early in Lomachenko's career.
No. What I'm saying is, because Lomachenko was the man at that point, and I think he didn't feel like he was ready, mentally
to fight him, man.
Right.
With all those amateur fights and shit, Tank was like, nah.
Man, fuck him, man. He was fighting niggas from the Ukraine, bro. Stop it. He was fighting.
Well, he was fighting little boys.
Floyd Mayweather said,
little boys in the Olympics. Yeah.
It's like Floyd Mayweather said, though, you done fought 300 some amateur fight, man. Y'all ass a pro and now training on motherfuckers that not ready.
They didn't make it to the big leagues and get beat up by fucking Orlando Salido.
Right.
Come on, like that shit don't matter, bro. The best burger flipper in the world ain't got dang on. What's my nigga? The dang on chef name? What's the famous mean ass chef?
Chef Ramsay.
Oh yeah. Chef
Ramsay.
Yeah,
the best burger flipper in the world ain't Chef Ramsay. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, stop it. The
but
best
that Tank wasn't this Tank.
Yes, it was.
That Tank had a lot less fights on his belt. That Tank was out of shape.
Yeah.
That Tank mind wasn't in it.
Definitely.
So they were smart to keep his ass away from Lomachenko, who done fucking been a grown man for 30 years.
I don't think, look, I'm gonna tell y'all some real stuff. I don't think there's ever been a point in time where Lomachenko beats Tank Davis.
Me either.
Never been one second time.
That's my boy now.
Like your boy Blue Blood said, the only person that beat Tank Davis is himself.
That's it. And, I don't got nobody beat Tank.
And I don't think he had the mental strength to fight Lomachenko. Because he idolizes Canelo, which really gets under my skin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All this deference him and the Charlos have for Canelo. You know what I'm saying? And they great fighters in their own regard. So it's like, what are you looking at this fraud for? You know what I'm saying?
It's like they can't see through the smoke and mirrors. It's like only the most astute boxing fans can see through the smoke and mirrors. I
think they see it, but I just think people fall in love with money. When you're making that kind of money, it don't matter. You see what I'm saying? They just don't care about that.
I just want to know if y'all saw one thing. I just want to know if y'all saw one thing. The sweater that Derrick James had on, it had lines only on the back. and it had the 4 belts on the sleeve. I just want to know if y'all saw that
Oh
fight.
no, I
No,
ain't
no,
see
I
that.
ain't even
You
Yeah,
paying
know
no
what I'm
attention.
I know that shit was cold.
I ain't even paying no attention
Cause
to
that
that.
unified one, that one was fire too.
Yeah, I seen that one
Yeah,
too.
unified. Yeah, I was like,
But
oh,
after
that
the
cold.
fight, that was the unified he had on during the fight. Then after the
Yeah,
fight, he put on the motherfucking undisputed with the 4 belts on that bitch.
Man, they knew it. They
yeah,
Yeah,
knew
that
it.
shit beautiful.
Yeah, Derrick James knew it. Man, salute to Derrick James, bro. I can't
love
say
that
it
Man,
dude,
enough. I
man.
can't say
Love
it
trainer of
that
the
dude.
year
enough.
candidate.
After
Man,
hearing
if they
him
don't,
coach Errol Spence, and then a couple weeks later hearing this man coach Jermell Charlo, it's like, but he say he don't watch boxing. That's the crazy thing about it. He
I
Man,
says
he
he
be
know.
does not
tired of that
watch
shit.
boxing.
Yeah, he said that when he prepared for Kell Brook, they went to the press conference over there. He said he didn't stop preparing for that fight till they was on the plane back. You know what I'm saying, to America. No, it wasn't a press conference. So he said he didn't stop preparing for him like sometime weeks before the fight or something like
yeah,
that.
to the press
And
conference.
yeah, to the press conference. He said, I was like, wow. I was like, really? And this
That's
was
so
his
crazy.
first. Yeah, and this was his first championship fight. He was that confident in Earl Spence Jr. and his abilities. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
these dudes are like they're special athletes, man. There's something about special athletes. You don't have to coach them. You can give them the fundamentals, and they go out there and they make the adjustments, and they have the athletic ability to get it done. You know what I'm saying?
now the crazy part is people will use that as an excuse not to get him trainer of the year because like, oh, he got these elite athletes. Like, man, listen
But
here. That
what you
corner
think
is
about
where it counts.
Canelo? I mean, Eddie
Right.
Reynoso, his
Oh
whole
man,
career is built on one
man,
fighter. You know
yeah,
what
And
I'm
then
saying?
and then think about it like this. Yeah. And then think about what they complained about Jermell Charlo when he lost to Tony Harrison. What they say? He didn't listen to his coach. So you're gonna condemn a coach, you're gonna condemn the same coach that you
the
say a
one
man lost because he's not listening to. It's kind of wild.
exactly
Wow.
like crazy, right?
It's like, what are you
That
talking?
shit crazy.
A lot of motherfuckers don't know nothing about
Cause see,
boxing.
and that's what I said earlier. I was like, why they don't go in the corner no more? I like when you go in the corner. Give me either corner. I don't care which one. I want to hear what they telling them, and I want to see what they go do it.
Because only certain corners make sense. If you listen to Canelo corner, it would have been move your legs, man. Use your experience. Certain coaches will
Ah,
get
He's like
exposed.
he was telling them you got to throw more punches. You got
Yeah.
to throw more punches. I'm like
He was
what?
saying the same thing to Oscar Valdez. He was saying the exact things to
fucking
Oscar Valdez.
hilarious,
Drinking his
bro.
water. He took a hit of his water and everything.
And
He's
then you and
sweating,
then you
man. He
flash
thirsty
to
a little
you
bit,
flash to Derrick James corner, and it's like, yo, you gotta shoot the jab. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You gotta
yeah.
shoot the jab
man.
to get on the inside and
Boosie in
shoot
his
the short
corner.
shot.
Yeah.
Man,
Go to
Derek be
Forrest
over there about
Peterson
to hit the
corner.
cut, man, and shit.
Yeah,
He over there throwing punches.
yeah.
I like he
Bomac got
gonna
a
hit the
burger
cut,
in
Mac,
his
man.
hand.
Mac.
Bomac taking a bite out of burger, talking about you gotta get him. You gotta
Hey man,
you.
hey, we ain't
Hey,
finna do
hit
that. We
that
ain't gonna do that.
motherfucker.
The
Nah.
boat.
Hit that motherfucker.
Hey
Bomac.
man, you heard what Errol Spence said? Somebody he was 5'7", super heavyweight. I was like, I'm dead. Say that to Errol for that little motherfucker.
Oh
Hey,
shit.
heck
That
yeah.
cold.
But
Yeah, Dick
Fucking
Justice.
Bomac.
Yeah,
it's
Dick
even
Justice
more.
is go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
Nah, read Dick Justice.
Oh, Dick Justice is Eddie Reynoso is a very overrated trainer. Yeah,
You
he
felt,
is.
but people been saying that though. People have been saying it for years, bro. People been saying it for years.
Hey,
It's
Ryan
just
Garcia tried to tell y'all.
man, did he?
Yep. He's putting all his energy and time in the Canelo, and what I'm saying, with Derek James having two high level fighters that need to be, keep their skills sharp, he's able to do it. You know what I'm saying?
My
And
whole
that
question is, if Derrick James got two undisputed fighters in the same year, like
That's unheard of shit.
Yeah, that's goat
yeah,
status.
in a four belt era, y'all,
In
that's
a
more
4 belt
important.
era. That's
That's a hell of a
very,
trainer
very
right
important.
there.
That's
And
very
think
important.
about it. Each one of the fighters fought a champion for each belt.
yes, yeah,
Each
yeah.
not no coming up on, what I'm saying, not coming up on what's going on. He says it's a panel and chat. What's going on, bro? Punch Pilot. What's going on?
Peace and light, chat.
Yeah, so he, that's rare, bro. For you have him to fight. a champion for each belt. You know what I'm saying? Usually, you have a champion that got 3 belts, 2 belts, 1 belt. They had to go out and get it, man. And they went and got it out. They got it the hard way, out the mud. So, I mean, that's
Yeah,
what's impressive about it to me. You know what I'm saying? And he had some killers to go through. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. EJ had Danny Garcia. No, I'm saying that Danny Garcia wasn't looked at as just some garbage or something like that.
Nah.
Sean Porter was Sean Porter. You seen how he trained for Errol Spence Jr. He looked the best. He looked the best he ever, you know, he looked the best version of him, ever in his career. And
Yeah,
then he fought Ugas, who was another killer nobody wanted the goddamn face, even though they talking shit on him. Thank you,
Man, Ugas won that
DJ.
first fight.
Thank you for that super chat. He says Derek James got Frank Martin, the lightweight, as well
yes,
as he is a beast. Yes, sir. We were talking great about him. That dude is amazing.
yeah. He's
But
very dangerous at 35, man. He's so dangerous.
but he not. You know what's gonna happen to Frank Martin, man? Like Frank Martin, Boots. Who else coming up? There's a freaking killer that's not gonna have the guys. They're not gonna have the guys to fight. Because Boots not gonna have the guys to fight. Who Boots gonna fight? Frank Martin. Who Frank Martin gonna fight? Nobody's gonna fight him. 135 scared to fight each other. Like he you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah, that's why Tank bouncing around. Can't there's nobody building up themselves enough to even warrant that fight.
And the fighters just don't understand fighting each other is what makes you a star. You know what I'm saying? Like fighting
Yeah,
competition is what makes you a star.
make a good fight
yeah,
out of it. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Cause
Because
really,
Castano,
look at Pitbull.
yeah,
Pitbull really finna get paid, man. He finna get
bruh,
fucking
bruh,
paid.
bruh,
He finna knock
bruh,
Ryan Garcia out the ring.
bruh. And then look, boy can fight, and he can fight too. That's the crazy thing. They pulled him
Yeah,
out of
man.
obscurity, and he could fight.
I'm not so high on
But you know
Pitbull
what?
Cruz.
Yeah, I get it.
but they're supposed to be setting up that fight with Ryan Garcia, and a lot of people think Ryan Garcia is going to be able to beat Cruz. I don't see it, y'all. I don't
I
see
don't see
it.
it either.
But
I don't
Yeah,
see it either.
no.
I feel like Cruz is that journeyman you were just talking about that makes
Definitely.
you better, give you a name, and that's
Yeah,
what you
Hmm.
need. He gonna catch somebody and snatch a belt, but he got that chance. That's what Canelo's really been missing. That's why he ain't gonna fight no Mexicans, and that's why we can talk about him like we do, because you don't give the little man a chance who might have a shot to whoop your ass. You don't feed that person. That's what made Ali great, by the way. Ali gave everybody a check.
Yeah, but we
You
know
want a
Ryan
check?
Garcia ain't dedicated to the sport. You know what I'm saying?
That's why
He's not. Mhm.
he gonna get knocked out.
He gonna get knocked out. Man,
He
and
gonna
he
get
know it too.
knocked
That's the
out.
thing. He know it. He know it.
I
He
think so.
definitely know it.
I don't even think how many fights that Ryan Garcia has backed out of, made excuses.
Man,
This nigga
Half
talking
his
about he
career. That's
crazy.
crazy, right?
Talking
Half
about
of
he
his career.
crazy in the head and trying to get
man,
out of
Ryan
fights.
gonna get knocked out.
Let me see how many fights this man had.
he's
I think
What, like
it's
suicidal.
7?
literally. I think it's literally half his
Motherfucker.
career, bro.
Yeah,
You know how
Jonah
many
76
Turner.
problems and
fights.
shit people going through out here? You talking about you suicidal?
Yeah, Jonah Turner says, yeah, Boots have to move up to 154 to get real comp. I want to see Boots versus Fandora. Yeah, that would be a problem. You know what
But
I'm
you
saying?
know
But
who fault that is though? That 147 is like that. And
mm-hmm.
as much as I hate to say it,
Keith
because I'm
Thurman.
a big man, Keith
I knew
Thurman,
you were gonna say
Sean
Keith
Porter,
Thurman.
Danny Garcia.
Danny
These all
Garcia.
who else? Kell Brook. These are supposed to be the stepping stones because they fell off the championship. These are supposed to be the guys to prove Boots Ennis' greatness, but instead he got to
Yeah,
fight Castile Clayton. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Which is
Yeah.
their fault, man. It's their fault. The same guys that made me put Earl on the top, it's the same guys that shitted on Boots Ennis' stepping stones to greatness, which would put him in his first great fight can't beat Errol Spence. His first great
But
fight can't beat Terrence Crawford
it
because
shouldn't have to be.
it
That's
shouldn't
like you
have to
said.
be,
That's crazy.
but
and
it would be
But,
dangerous
but,
because he don't know how good he is. We don't know how
but
good
we done
he is.
seen this before. Don't it seem like a short time ago that was Errol Spence?
Man,
Yeah.
we seen
We were like,
it,
yo, get that man a can.
and when
They
they
like,
when Jermell and when Charlo gave the man a chance, he knocked his ass out in the first fucking round. And Lubin was the man. Lubin was the man
yeah,
when he
Newman
got in the ring with the Charlo.
out.
He spreaded him because he was too green. He spread it. Boots ain't green. He got 30-some fights. So Boots is kind of like an anomaly.
And
But
Lubin is a beast.
yeah,
Lubin
he
is
stretched him one
Lubin
round.
Lubin, man. He gave my respect in that Fundura fight.
Yeah. And that man stretched him in one round simply because he was not ready.
He wasn't ready yet. And even Lubin said that.
Mm-hmm. Lubin had to, but Lubin wasn't saying that before the fight. Lubin was
yeah.
I knocked Charlo out. Just like J-Rock. Just like J-Rock.
Yeah, he got punched in the mouth.
Begged that man to stay down there, and he wasn't ready.
Well, you know, sometimes you know what it is. Sometimes it's not the skill. Sometimes it's the moment, the moment, the big stage moment. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, for a fight on that level, you know what I'm saying, you got, and like you're fighting a Canelo or you're fighting somebody with a reputation, and you know what I'm saying, you're fighting on that big stage. That's what Floyd said a long time ago. He said, you fighting two fights. You know, you fighting a mental game, you know what I'm saying, against the crowd and the cameras, and then you fighting the fight.
Yeah.
And I think Lubin couldn't deal with that pressure. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't used to it. That's why it's so important, you know what I'm saying, to get your fight game up, fighting in front of them cameras. And you know what I'm saying, it makes a big difference, bro. How you move, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like public speaking for the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you're a good speaker. I mean, say you're articulate and everything, but you get that stage fright. And you make that wrong move in boxing, and it just push you. You lose that fight. You know what I'm saying? Just because you ain't ready for the spotlight.
And
You
we
know what
about to
I'm
see
saying?
it again. We definitely about to see it again. Rolly, we definitely about to see it again. We about to see pure fear in Rolly. The lights is gonna get in Rolly's face, and he gonna get knocked out.
Yep.
Dick Justice, Rolly can make himself a lot of money if he make a good fight.
Them lights gonna be heavy though.
See, Dick Justice says, I think Pitbull could shock the world. Ryan looked terrible against Toggle. Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah,
and Pontius Pilate says Justin Gibbons is not going to make that Ryan fight. He says that it's not the right time. Shaking my head. And, I'm just ready for Ryan Garcia to get up out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's all cap. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no fighting spirit. He just want to make money and get rich and, be on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So, they're going to kiss his butt because they're trying to make him into like a Oscar De La Hoya without the resume, without the accolades. You know what I'm saying? What you say now?
Ryan Garcia only famous because De La Hoya think he cute.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Only reason why he famous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I just don't think of him as a real fighter, And I think you just want to I think you want a big money grab, and I think you want to get the hell on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He don't really want to, fight nobody real. Kind of like Keith Thurman right now. Keith Thurman don't want to fight nobody real. He just want $1 million paycheck. Get in there with somebody, who ain't going, push him too hard.
That's who need to fight Boots. That'd be a great step up fight for Boots and put him right in the mix.
I'm a big Keith Thurman fan, and I think so too. I think Keith Thurman will do better than he think he will. But I mean, if you ain't got it in your brain, then you're gonna get knocked out.
I was just about to say that, bro. I was like just about to say that.
What would have happened if he wouldn't have stopped boxing for 2 years?
Oh my goodness, bro! Oh my goodness.
How this shit worked, man. He might have fought Bud by now. Because I think he gained the fight most of them, but God, oh man, he fucked up bad.
Yeah, the body shot. Earl take fuck Keith Thurman up. Keith Thurman was looking at Earl Spence tape, and he was like, bruh, there is no way he's gonna be he first he felt like he wasn't gonna get no belt from Kell Brook. That's why I feel that's why he was like, get a belt first. He was the IBF mandatory, and he didn't think Earl could beat Kell Brook. And then when he made Kell Brook quit, Keith Thurman started dancing around that man. Big time.
I think
did you see how
Go ahead, bud. Go ahead.
Did you see how Keith Thurman look when EJ used to pull up on him in press conferences and he just get all nervous,
My man to
bro?
take a
Mm-hmm.
big gulp.
Is that the one who he said, "Don't duck me, son"? Who did he say that to?
Nah, that this
Paulie
no,
Malignaggi.
that
Oh
wasn't
man,
Floyd
he ain't
Mayweather.
talking
That
to
was Floyd
Paulie.
Mayweather. No,
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
Floyd
Paul.
Mayweather.
No, that was
Now I know he
Paulie
wasn't calling
Malignaggi.
Mayweather son.
Oh. Okay, I thought. Dang, I thought it was
You
I was
Floyd
finna
remember?
Mayweather.
You
say,
remember? You
what?
remember? You crashed Paulie Malignaggi press conference. So you better not duck me, son.
Oh yeah. Well, hold on, didn't
Was that
Paulie fight
Paulie or was
him?
that
And they
Danny?
were no, that was Paulie. They were going back and forth. Cause Paulie had the belt, had one of them belts back then,
Yeah,
and
The
and then he ended up fighting Sean Porter, and Sean Porter
yeah,
dismantled him.
the WBO, I think something maybe.
DJ SB says Boots didn't sound sure in his post fight, but got chatty when his camp got involved. It says Dick Justice says Ryan should be an Instagram model. Laugh out loud. And Jonah Turner says Thurman would never step in there with Boots. Never. You already know, bro.
Yeah, I don't think so either, bro.
And
Man,
that's crazy.
And you know, like my man said, I was a big Keith Thurman fan too, because I just love the trash talk. I love his style,
Hmm.
his
Yeah, he
boxing
sell the
style.
fight.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead.
and then
Go
that
ahead.
uppercut off his back foot is beautiful.
Yeah,
Keep
man.
Yeah,
uppercut
Thurman
off his
can
back
fight.
foot. Yeah,
He fight like a organized street fighter. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like if you picked up some gloves and you wanted to enter the ring and you think how
but
you gonna fight, you think you can fight like
you
Keith
know,
Thurman. Why? Hmm.
but you remember he was trained by the police officer. So 9 times out of 10, he's been fighting in the Irish Fight Club. You know what I'm
True,
saying?
Hmm.
That's where he
true.
learned it. Because I'm like, yeah, because his style definitely different. He floating stuff, but watch Keith Thurman corner. They look like all cops.
But you know, Keith isn't that technical. He has a lot of athletic ability. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? He uses a lot of
Yeah.
speed and a lot of power. He got great timing. He got a high boxing IQ, but he relies on a lot of athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like Crawford to get it done. You know what I'm saying? And once his athletic ability started to wane, you know what I'm saying? He's like hell with it. You know what I'm saying? I think
man.
after that Danny Garcia fight, I think he just lost his mojo. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
He started
Yeah.
touching some real money, and he just wanted to enjoy himself. Go ahead, my brother.
You, you made me think of something. I was like,
Mhm.
imagine Keith Thurman biggest win versus Sean Porter. Errol Spence biggest win is Sean Porter, and Bud Crawford biggest win is Sean Porter. Shout out to Sean Porter, man.
Man, shout out to Sean Porter,
All them
bro. Shout
folks
out,
best fight, Sean Porter.
but and
Danny too,
people talk
probably.
so much trash about Sean Porter, bro. People talk so much trash
Well,
about Sean Porter. Sean Porter is a fucking warrior, bro. He'd get in there
he's
with
a
anybody.
throwback.
He's proven
He
he'd get in there
throwback.
with anybody. I just wished he changed coaches, bro. I love his dad.
Yeah, yeah,
I love his
yeah,
dad. I love Kenny Porter. I love the
man.
father and son dynamic, but the
All up in
I
the
way
would like to see him
videos.
with Rogers back in the day. You know how that's, man, I'm just saying. A different trainer would probably did him a lot good.
only
Because De
because
La
he
Hoya fought different than when he had Roger in the corner versus when he had, who was that dude he had in his corner versus Mayweather. He had him
who
most of the time. Oh, I can't think of the dude's name. The Mexican
you
dude
talking
with a
about?
mustache or something like that. But he fought different. You know what I'm saying? He was shooting different jabs. He was shooting the 45. I just wish Sean Porter would have tried out somebody else. He
Yeah,
couldn't.
and the only reason why I said change trainers is because Sean Porter didn't fight the way his dad wanted to train him. You know what I'm saying? Sean Porter, the way he fight mentally ain't the way his dad. His dad wanted him to box. His dad wanted him to be fundamental. But Sean Porter is a bulldozer by heart. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like something like the peekaboo style would have fit Sean Porter way better. He would have learned how to torque his hip on his punches. He would have learned how to stand solid on the inside because that's how he want to fight. But his dad want him to pump the jab and be a boxer. You know, I can't wait for Kenny Porter to coach another fighter though. I can't wait for that because Kenny Porter is a
Well,
amazing corner man if he does it.
here's the most technical, thing you ever hear about that. I think if Sean Porter would have got a fade, he would have been better.
Man,
Facts. Because them cornrows are some black Air Force One type.
And but you know what? But for he had a really, he started up at 160 something, man. That's incredible. For him to come down to 147, the discipline you got to have. Him, Errol, and them guys who are coming way down to 147 to fight, bro. That's you got to have. That's the mindset and the lifestyle you got to live to be able to make 147 over and over again. That's just crazy to me, bro. That's crazy. And then to have to lose 30 pounds before fights, and you know what I'm saying, because you done blew up. For Errol to have won those fights the way he did, being draining off 30 pounds, that's incredible. Imagine if he would have came in there, fully, doing it the right way and not being in the streets like he was. I wonder what those fights, the Mikey Garcia fight, the Sean Porter fight, and the Danny Garfield would have looked like without the car crash. You know what I'm saying? Just him being 100%. I wonder what them fights would have looked like.
We saw it. It looked like the Ugas fight. Ugas is a better boxer than all
not
of
Mike.
He fucking
That's my only problem with any offensive. Mikey the fuck out.
You sound digital.
A signature fight.
Yeah, if Earl was at 100%, he would have did that. He would have did that to Porter. He would have definitely destroyed Danny Garcia. He would have destroyed Danny Garcia. The fighter that
No, Porter was before that. Porter was before.
Yeah. I'm talking about who he fight. The Earl that beat Brook would have destroyed Danny Garcia. He would have absolutely demolished him.
All my life I wanted to be like a commentator on the side of boxing, like Larry Merchant, just say any old crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? And just be like, you know how Larry used to just say some bullshit that didn't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I used to love to listen to Larry Merchant. You're like, what the hell is Larry talking about?
Larry Merchant was like Macho Man. Remember that? Not Macho Man, the Ultimate Warrior. Remember when the Ultimate Warrior used to get on the mic? Did you watch wrestling?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When the Ultimate Warrior get on the mic, he ain't talking about nothing. He just talking crazy.
It's like, I think I see a butterfly. I wonder where it's going. Everybody be like, what the hell this got to do with this? Jim Lampley just be going with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. He must be got dementia or something. I used to love it. And I miss old George Foreman over there too, but that was the old HBO cast, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But hey, since we all older, I'm about to be 38, and I grew up kind of like in the 90s and stuff, and watching boxing, and like we couldn't imagine being able to do what we're doing today as far as like communicating with each other like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like being able to call our own fights and people watching it from around the world and all that. That's kind of crazy. We are kind of doing what we've been dreaming though. Yeah,
it is. It is. Yeah. You're 38, you like a Roman noodle baby, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like you grew up on the Roman noodles. Baby. Yes, sir, baby. Hey, I love when Roman noodles came out, boy. You couldn't tell me nothing, boy.
Not a day. Yeah, I love that. I still eat them shits. I got stuff in my cabinet. I'll get some noodles.
Yeah, you already know, because you never know when you're going to fall on a rainy day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Step my game up. Chop up, put some meat in my ramen noodles. Put some baby spinach in there, cut up some onions and garlic in there. My ramen noodles different, baby.
Mine too. I ain't gonna lie. Don't
go ahead.
Don't let me have some leftover chicken in there. What?
Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Some chicken.
Y'all done turned to the Chef Ramsay.
Oh yeah. Hey, I boil mine and then put them on a skillet.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Stir fry them things. Get the chicken. Boil the noodles. Get the leftover chicken. Put it in the noodles while it's boiling. Take the spinach. And after that's finished boiling, put it on the skillet with some like sesame oil. Mix it up. Throw the frozen spinach in there while I'm stir frying it. Might mess around, crack an egg in that hoe. Hey, noodles, baby.
Oh yeah, yo, you get
damn a chef somewhere.
Hey, My
You
kids
gotta
love
let
that
the
shit.
kids live in it.
Yeah,
Oh
ramen
yeah,
noodles hit
man.
different.
Ain't nothing like that shit, man.
Hell yeah.
The
So
rich
what
folk call
y'all
that shit
think?
miso.
Where y'all think your boy Mel gonna go from here? You know what I'm saying?
160.
You got to move
You
up.
think?
He done cleaned out the whole division, man.
Cleaned it
Nah,
out.
he ain't gonna move up.
He-
He gonna stand and deliver.
Hey, on Twitter they was talking Sebastian Fandora.
Yeah, whoever next, he gonna. But you
Yeah,
What
see,
y'all feel about that?
I was just about to mention that. He said, what that old lanky
yeah, where that
dude
tall
that
lanky
He
motherfucker at?
called him
Shit,
out.
yeah,
yeah.
he's like what where
Shit, he
those
said
tall
when they asked him about Crawford, he was like, shit,
Man,
where that tall lanky motherfucker at?
Yo,
Shit, y'all talking about Crawford? This
hey,
motherfucker ain't even in my
mm-hmm.
division.
hey. If he call out Fedora, bro, and they like, hey, if he call Fedora, if the undisputed champion calls out a fighter like Fedora, and he get in the ring with Fedora, and to me, he's gonna knock Fedora out. When he knock Fedora out, he's definitely number one pound for pound, bro.
That's
He's
right. That's
definitely
right.
number one pound for pound. He's already number one to me. You know what I'm
And,
saying?
man,
and see, this is what I try to get
Mondor is
through.
gonna be, but that motherfucker don't stop punching.
This is what I try to get through to, the fans out there. It's about who you fight, bro. The danger, the threat of who you fight. And
Yeah.
we see Fundora, he is a black dude killer. You know what I'm saying? He don't care about black guys like that. You know what I'm saying? He want to beat
Fondora take
all
hella
black. He
punches
want to
too.
beat every black person at 154. He don't care
Every
about them
motherfucker
Spanish
he
people.
see.
He want to fight nothing but black folks and beat them up. And Lubin just happened to be a victim. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know. Mm.
Man, he beat the
Yeah,
dog shit out of Lubin. Lubin looked like
yeah,
Marty.
BH. Yeah, BH. Yeah, he's a pressure fighter. You know what I'm saying? With the inside and outside. Well, he don't have no outside skills, bro. He can't see. That's the secret to Fundora. He got eyesight problems, bro. Because when you step on the outside, Fundora can't find you, bro. He's blind.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
I
have a
know.
But
hard time
Lubin
with
was
Charlo
catching him with
jab.
some
Then he's
good
gonna
shots.
have
I
he's
mean,
gonna have a difficult time with Charlo jab. His time with Charlo jab is gonna be kind of crazy if he can't see.
they go. I'm gonna
And
tell
he
y'all
countering.
something. They're gonna have to give Fundora some corrective vision surgery or something because he cannot punch you from the outside, bro. He is not effective. Period. Not
Yeah,
accurate or nothing from
you
the
gotta go
outside.
straight
That's
down the
why
pipe.
he got to touch you. You know what I'm saying? He's like a blind mole, and he got to get up on you, and then he unleash 1,000 uppercuts on you. You know what I'm saying? What's going
Yeah.
on, Coach Joe? What's happening, my brother? And BA said laugh out loud. And let me see. Jones said my money is on Fundora. If they do fight, his reach and output is ridiculous. It is, but
But
I
his
think
willingness to get hit
He
is
don't
also
use his
ridiculous.
reach. You can't say
Definitely
reach.
not.
He don't use that.
It's just his
He,
punch output and his
yeah,
ability and his willingness to take a punch is gonna get him on his back.
he's
yeah.
got deceptive power. He's got
Mhm,
deceptive power. He throws a lot of shots, and he could take a punch too. But I don't
yeah.
know if he could take a Charlo punch.
Yeah, BH. Yeah, go back and check that out, man. He go check it. His eyesight, something wrong with his vision, man. It's like he can't see, bro. No, for real. I'm
He
not making a
uses
He
joke.
couldn't catch
he'll
him.
I'm
Yeah,
not
use
making
his
yeah.
a joke.
length.
Because
He
he
uses his
gotta go
length just
straight
to
down the
step
middle, man.
inside. Yeah, he'll
Hmm
use his length just to step
I
inside.
mean,
He not finna sit up there and box with nobody. Period.
you, I'm surprised Lubin didn't pick up on that because Lubin, he to me he got a high boxing IQ, but then for some reason he let his ego get in the way, and he wanted to watch
He
this guy.
wanted to
What's
box him
going on?
straight up.
Thank you for that super chat, Coach Joe, and that super cat chat. He says the paper pound for pound looked like a NBA starting lineup. Yep, yep. So yeah, he's gonna have to before he face Charlo, he's gonna have to get some corrective because he's gonna pick up on that. See, a fighter like Charlo pick up on something like that. Lubin, he let his ego. That's Lubin's downfall is his ego. You know what I'm saying? You can see it already, and that's to me. I don't want to get no fire started here, but that's gonna be Terrence Crawford problem too.
And
That's gonna be
Terrence Crawford probably gonna have the exact same. It's he ain't fought nobody. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
he's not battle tested at
He
all,
well.
man.
Well, even that, he gets his ego. You know what I'm saying? He wants to beat the bigger guy.
Yeah.
He wants to be the stronger guy. You know what I'm saying? He wants to get into a fight and dominate you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's his pride is his fall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying? Speed
hey,
says his insight
sheesh.
pretty good for someone with long arms. Yep. Yep. Yeah, Fundora got great inside, man. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, they got people got to understand. He learned how to fight. He wasn't that tall when he learned how to fight. He learned how to fight as a little guy. That's a
Hmm.
result of a growth spurt. You know what I'm
Very
saying?
true. Very
Yeah.
true.
And just
Yeah.
like Earl Spence learned how to fight in the Mexican gym. That's why his body work is like that. That's why
Very true.
he learned how to fight in the Mexican gym. Grew up when he was maturing. Got with the got with a true boxer. So he learned how to truly box at an age where you're taking in information. Meanwhile, with the Mexican gym background, like he's pretty much both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
John Turner.
John Turner says Fundora jab is just a disruptor. It throws his fighters timing off. And
That's
he
true.
says, why he said, Pool, watch it about Bud. I know. I know how y'all get by Bud, boy. Um shoot, I lost my train of thought what I was gonna say. Yeah, but shoot. You know, we got some great fights coming up, y'all. You know what I'm saying? This was one of the greatest fights of the year, bro. I have to put it up there. You know what I'm saying? I thought I liked this fight even better than the Earl Spence Jr. fight. But one thing, yeah, I remember what I want to say. You know, I did not know Earl Spence Jr. was breaking people ribs, you know, in those early fights. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was breaking people ribs in sparring. He broke that dude Barrera, Alejandro Barrera for the IBF Eliminator,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
yeah,
I remember that.
he broke his ribs, bro, and fractured his jaw. I had no idea, even though I did see them punches he was putting on his ribs on the ropes and stuff coming off them ropes. And
Yeah.
yeah, he broke his ribs, bro, and fractured his jaw. He broke
I didn't know that
uh,
either.
yeah, man. I just started going back and looking at, you know what I'm saying, the results of some of the
Yeah.
fights. Errol been breaking ribs his whole career, bro. You know what I'm saying? He
Damn.
been breaking people. He been busting people up his whole career. And I was like,
He
wow, I
fucked
didn't.
Van Heerden eye up too.
Mm-hmm.
mm.
And he fucked LeBron Peterson eye up. That's why they
Yeah,
stopped it.
yeah. So you know, inspiring. You know what I'm saying? He breaking people ribs and stuff.
Let
He
me
fought.
find out. He from Texas. He's be barbecuing ribs. It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah,
And
Texas
he putting
niggas
and,
steaks
barbecue
on
ribs,
eyes.
putting steaks on eyes, man. Because I heard he
and
broke Uga's ribs too. I heard he broke Uga's
and you know,
ribs.
even though sparring isn't you know, say in the ring and competition, you know, he beat up a lot of 160. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of 168 pounds. He beat up Caleb Plant in sparring. You know
He
what I'm
did.
saying? So I was
Who,
like, wow,
Earl?
yeah. So a lot of this stuff is just coming
Damn.
out through different boxing heads who, you know, what I'm saying, got the little inside scoop who follow, you know, little tidbits here and there. But I didn't know he
Yeah,
had
you
beat
got to
him
be
up
in the
like that.
gyms to get that info.
Hmm.
Got to
Hmm.
be in the gym.
Yeah, yeah, BH. This is a great time to be a boxing fan, bro. I'm talking, man. You know, boxing is on fire. LL Cool J was that he was, you know, anytime you see LL Cool J at a fight, you know,
Right.
it's on and popping, bro. You know
This
what
Yeah,
I'm
they
nigga
had the
saying?
said
stars
Ugas
out.
described Spence punches as hammers with knives. Wow. What the fuck is a hammer with a knife? What is that?
Yeah, you know, and then somebody was saying he hits you in the same spot. You know what I'm saying? You know, he targets the same spot to tenderize it. So, you know what I'm saying? So that has a great effect, you know, on you too. So to have that kind of punch placement, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's high level stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? That is high level stuff.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. You know, Uka's been wanting this dang Errol Spence Jr. fight for a long time, bro.
Man, you know what, man? I get it. I get it. I get Ugas. You know who should have fought Ugas though? I feel like Terrence Crawford should have fought Ugas when Earl was injured.
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah, I thought
I
so
feel like he
too.
should have fought Ugas.
And see, people think you want Bud to lose. No, I just want to see them skills. You know what I'm saying
I want
on
to
Yeah,
see
these
him
opponents.
tested.
Yeah, I
I
just
want to
want
see
to
him
see them
test.
skills. I think Crawford would destroy him. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to
Right.
see them skills. You know, and see how he adjusts. See, the beauty of the boxing is to see how they encounter, you know, adversity and see how they use that brilliance, you know what I'm saying, in the ring. And, Terrence Crawford just so far above the people he fought with, just like Boots right now. Custodial Clayton wasn't nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? What did we get out of that? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you just go in there and dominate somebody who's lesser than you, then you don't learn nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to grow. You don't get to see any brilliant boxing. And that's we miss a lot of Terrence Crawford, what he could do in the ring because of the opponents he fought. And I think somebody like Sean Porter back in the day, or Ugas would have brought the best out in him. So we would have seen some different shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried
Especially
to tell
Ugas.
boys. I tried to tell boys Clayton wasn't gonna be no test for Boots. They was like, nah, this is a good challenge. This is a good step. I'm like, all right.
I mean, I thought at least he was gonna take him to the 6.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, man, I didn't even get a chance to doze off, man. I was
Did
like,
you did you see his eyes, bro? Before the
Bro,
fight, did you see what he looked like? He looked like a deer. He looked like a deer
shit,
when a car coming.
man. I
he
just
punched that
knew.
man in his head, and that knot instantly formed on his forehead, bro. Y'all ain't see
And
that?
I,
When
I knew
he
he
was
was.
sitting with
I
that
knew he was.
overhead on the top of his forehead, and that knot instantly just popped up on his head.
Man,
If I was
I
his,
know
if
I seen how hard Boots was hitting his ass in that first round. I was like, oh shit, man. I was like, let me get a little nap in for the main event come on. And I swear, as soon as I closed my eyes, nigga, it's over.
at least dye the gray in your beard, bro. Dye it. Put some dye on there, bro. Cause he was in there looking. He had the salt and pepper beard, bro. I was like, nah, he finna lose, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was like, he
Mhm.
looked like an old dude up in there, man. He was scared. He was shook. He was scared to punch. I was like, this is over. In the first round, I said, this is over. You know what I'm
Who can
saying?
Boots fight? Who can Boots
But at least he
fight,
had the
man?
man. At least he was man enough to get in there, though. Some dudes
Yeah,
admit, "Hey, I'm too scared to get in the ring." Some of our favorite fighters says, "Hey, I'm too scared to get in the ring with Boots." So shout out to Custom Clayton for actually
It's
getting in the
because
ring with that man.
even for Boots, it's hard because okay, you can't be trying to. You really right now, you shouldn't be really trying to think about getting a title shot because we already know that Undisputed is about to happen. So like that's gonna be too far away. You know what I'm saying? For you, you need to be fighting. By the time those guys fight, you need to be fighting again. You know what I'm saying? Well,
yeah,
you need to fight. You need somebody that's gonna challenge him though, man. Not just somebody just to get in there to take a fall. You know what I'm saying? Not just some fall guy. Like Clayton didn't
yeah,
even look like a challenging matchup. It was just on paper alone. It was just like, man, this is gonna be another blow by. And then Clayton was up and coming himself, so he didn't really get a chance to really develop. So this is gonna set him back. I don't know.
yeah. And I'm trying to get the comments, but the thing's stuck. I'm trying to get them to. I don't know. This stream y'all sensitive. You move one thing out of place and everything shut down. Boy.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how to stream with StreamYard either. So when I be streaming, I stream through OBS.
Errol's power is impressive, but once he feels Bud power, I miss the rest of it.
He's gonna hesitate with that straightforward style, but he can change it
Please
up though.
stop. Please
Earl
stop.
Spence,
First of all, Earl's style is not straightforward. Like,
I don't get
just
that either. I
stop
don't
it.
get why they say that. I don't get why they say that, bro.
This
I don't
is a
get it.
narrative they can run with, or they don't know nothing about boxing,
Well,
like
it's
the
like they
actual
don't they
fighting.
don't they don't pay attention to subtles. His style is so simplistic, and they don't pay attention to the subtle adjustments that he make. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they don't see him turning. They don't see him turning them and then hitting them with that body shot. They don't see that
Mm-mm.
because he turned
Blind, totally blind to it.
totally blind to it. Because goddamn, he had Ugas literally on the side. He was literally on the side of Ugas, hitting him with body
Yeah,
shots, completely
yeah.
turned.
He was
And
hiding that
Yeah,
left.
yeah,
He
and
was
this is
hiding that
a
left.
Cuban school boxer that he's turned completely turned. Come on, stop it! Don't get me started about Earl B. Don't get me started about boxing. Period.
they didn't see how he was turning Sean Porter.
Yeah, they was turning each other though.
I know, but that's all they saw was Sean turning him, but they didn't
Definitely,
see when he was turning Sean.
Definitely,
Well,
definitely.
they didn't see how Errol was dodging, how he was dodging Porter,
On the
and that
inside.
Mhm.
I mean when he was moving on Porter before he started, battling on the inside, before he went mano with him, you didn't see how he was sidestepping Porter. I mean, he was just moving. He was just
Yeah,
moving and stuff. I said, you know what? I said, Eric could just box from the outside if he wanted to. You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? And people
Mhm.
but they just took it to where they're saying that Porter made him fight his fight. But I said, man, he could really move in that ring when he get ready. See, you gotta like really watch the things. So they'll show you what they can do, but Earl don't like to move around. He don't like to waste energy. He's a real efficient fighter. Jonas says Earl Power is impressive, but once he feels Bud Power, he's gonna hesitate with that straightforward style, just like all the other fighters. You know what I'm saying? But all fights don't go like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But
You
who
know,
A
has Earl?
laundry list of tomato cans.
Who has
yeah,
Earl? Who has Earl? Because Earl has been hit by Earl got hit by Danny Garcia, who's a knockout puncher. He didn't hesitate. Earl got hit by Kell Brook, who's a knockout puncher. There's no hesitation. So who have you been watching Earl fight? Because Earl gets hit literally in every fight,
yeah.
once or twice. So who have y'all seen him fight and where he get hit and he changes style up? That doesn't even happen. I don't know where this
He got
person gets.
sucker punched by Ugas.
He's literally got sucker punch, straightforward smack by Ugas. Should have been a knockdown though, but I mean,
It could. He couldn't. Well, the ref couldn't call it a knockdown because he the one that said stop.
definitely,
Yeah,
definitely, definitely, definitely,
yeah. He
definitely,
was he. Some of these refs they timing off. What I'm saying, maybe it's a big stage moment for them. Cause they'll mess up a fight. He kept stopping the fight and taking Ugas to the doctor when Errol was on a run. You know what I'm saying? He's like he didn't give him a chance to like really break him down good. You know what I'm saying? Before he got him checked
Yeah.
out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And if you watch that fight, he just messed up the flow of the fight. The ref.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
saying,
But he was hearing them punches that Ugas was getting hit by, and was like, he was hoping the ref was hoping the doctor stopped the fight, bro. The
Yeah.
I
He
don't.
did.
Ugas corner wasn't gonna stop it. Ugas wasn't gonna stop it. Ugas was hollering when he was getting hit in the eye in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So
Damn.
the ref wanted the doctor to stop that fight completely
Yeah, I think so too.
because he
Um,
didn't want to be the one to stop it. You either
well,
got
He
a you
should
either
have
got a
because
ref, yeah, 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 yeah. Go ahead.
I heard his eyeball was like on the verge of coming out
it's like
because the
so. My,
bone
my day,
structure
my
around it was he was because I heard it was fractured in two different places on the top and the bottom. So the bone is not holding the eye in the socket.
Damn, almost knocked that man out.
Jonah Turner says. Jonah Turner said, "I hate Buzz loyalty to his management team. They really hurt his career. Yep, they sure
Oh,
did,
stop
bro.
it! That's your
No, no,
squad.
no, no,
Stop it,
no.
Joe
Whoa,
Turner. That's your
yeah.
squad.
But at the same time, he resigned with his management team, though. See, everybody is complaining about Bud's management team, but Bud. You know what I'm saying? Come on,
Right.
y'all
This
don't
is
think,
his choice.
yeah, y'all don't think that he didn't choose to fight these dudes. He could have been like, man, I don't want to fight no damn Amir Khan. He gave bread up to fight with Amir Khan. He fought Amir Khan as a favor. Everybody's got to understand that. Like he
Had
did
no business.
favors.
He had no
Hey,
business fighting Amir Khan. He had no
hey,
business
Steve,
fighting
it said
Brook.
you're not connected. Steve always said you're not connected. So
He had no business fighting Benavidez. He had no
None.
business fighting Mean Machine.
None.
Like, come on, man. What
No,
are
Mean
these
Machine was
fights?
his mandatory. Mean Machine was his mandatory. We got to
Okay.
give him Kavalauskas. But all them other guys, who
Okay.
are these dudes? It was at the time Earl Spence was injured with the car accident. You know what I mean? They stripped Manny Pacquiao of his WBA belt. Okay,
Which he said he didn't want to fight Earl after the car accident. But go
which he
ahead.
said, yep. And then he never said, "Hey, I want to fight Ugas for the WB." We would already have Bud versus damn Spence if he would have went after Ugas for that belt. He
Mm.
Earl and Crawford never wanted to fight Earl Spence Jr. He was undisputed at 140 pounds. He could have went IBF.
Yeah.
When
Bomac said they wanted to go the easy route.
and then when he moved up, when he was moving up, he said two names. He said Keith Thurman and Jeff Horn. Never said Earl, bro. He waiting for
Never
that
said
retirement
he
check.
wasn't even when he moved up. He wasn't even thinking about Earl Spence.
Man,
he was trying to get those legacy fights, those big money fights.
Yeah,
and the fans and his fans and the LDBC was the ones who made him call out Earl Spence.
Definitely.
Dude didn't want to fight no Earl Spence. That's why he started talking that. Where Earl Spence get his tail out of his butt and fight me. Like, dude, come on, that's not even. Come on, bro. We don't believe you, bro.
Jay Smith says Boots versus Ellis would have been a good scrap. He said, I heard Ellis left Eddie Hearn and he headed to BBC. Yeah, he was on the shelf for a while, man. I don't know. Ellis fast, but Ellis ain't got no power. He ain't got no power though. I don't think he can hurt Boots and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, he been out of commission for a while, so you know what I mean. He gonna have
The
to.
only fight that makes sense really is Keith Thurman for Boots.
Yep, but that ain't gonna happen. That's definitely not gonna happen. Keith Thurman,
or Danny Garcia.
Danny Garcia went up. I heard.
Well, yeah, who Danny gonna fight at 154?
I seen Danny say he not gonna fight Boots because he want to try.
Danny Garcia might be about to retire or some shit.
Yeah.
He need to fight Boots, man. This shit is crazy, bro. Like
he better start with Lubin or somebody who just came up a loss or something. He don't want to mess.
Fight.
He better not fight nobody who's on point. You know what I'm saying? Because BA says, John Turner, do you think Bull would try to press Spence or sit back and counter Spence, come forward aggression with lead hooks and rear uppercuts? Hell no.
Best thing for Bud.
BA said Spence ain't no Armageddon. His levels above that. Yeah, he is.
Margarito.
Margarito. Yeah. Jonah Turner says, BH, that's the perfect plan. But if you don't like Bud trying to go toe to toe with Earl, he just needs to box and counter and work the body for the first 6 rounds. And Gerald Cross, welcome to the chat. Back to the channel. Gerald Cross is Earl got hurt a few times. Okay, so they have like this little conversation going. So Earl says Earl has fantastic recuperative powers. All I'm saying is Bud ain't no joke, and Earl knows this. That's why he saved Bud for last. No, he saved Bud for last because the business was easy to be made on his side. He knew he was going to have to jump.
He saved Bud for last because Bud was in last place.
Now he saved Bud for last because he knew the business with Bud was going to be, you know, what it was going to be. Because Bud's a great fighter, and he's going to demand what he want to demand, and that was going to be a harder fight to make.
Bud put himself in last place by holding on to that one belt for 4 or 5 years and not fighting no champions this entire time, and allowing Earl Spence to go and just collect belts on him, even in the midst of having injuries and being pulled out of fights for injuries.
But she said, Jones said, name fighters that called out Bud. Danny Garcia said he'll fight Bud. Keith Thurman said he'll fight Bud. Sean Porter has said he'll fight Bud. Bud tried to duck Sean Porter, but Sean Porter
went to one of Bud fights and tried to call him out as like let's do this before I grow out of the division. Let's have this fight. Kell Brooks was begging Bud to fight him.
They wasn't Bud fans then. They wasn't Bud fans until they started.
They didn't know what was going on.
Exactly. I like Bud. I love Bud Crawford, but the Terrence Crawford Bud Errol Spence saga got people blind as hell, bro. Got people blind as hell.
Yeah,
his fans, him and his fans, they delusional as fuck. Like they really think all those accolades. Three division champion, undisputed, first undisputed.
But he never
all this bullshit.
But he never had a
bullshit, and then you say who you fought.
Ndongo.
Gamboa.
Hey, we said that shit at the same time. They always say that shit, bro.
That's what they say.
Stop it, bro. Stop it. Your division so weak. Julius Ndongo is a unified champion. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, Boots
Fucking
versus Kobe.
Gamboa, who moved up 2 weight classes
2 weight classes.
to
Yes.
fight you, and he was off for like a year and a half before he fought you. So he was rusty,
Definitely.
and he still rocked you.
Definitely.
And he half your size. Like, come on, bro. Like when y'all wanna play these games, like it's cool. Like, bro got skills. Like he got skills, he got power, but he's untested. That's all we saying. He's untested.
And his best option for fighting Earl Spence, the best way I feel like he could possibly beat Earl Spence would have to be mid-range because but I feel like Earl Spence is just as good as boxer at mid-range as Bud Crawford.
Yeah,
But
Earl Spence too smart.
But Earl Spence's world's better than on the inside. So that's why I feel like that's where the fight differs at.
Yeah.
It depends on where Earl put Bud.
Yeah, you try that mid-range shit, you gonna catch some hot shit for sure.
Yeah, because he got that good 1-2.
Because his reach ain't that much more than Earl. Like, he ain't like he got 4 or 5 inches on Earl. And
Yeah,
Earl is bigger. He only got 2-inch reaches, and Earl is bigger than him.
Yeah, Jay Smith says, man, I need an announcement for Bud and Errol. I can't wait for the fight. And John Turner says, he said Bud didn't duck Sean. That's one of his best friends. Danny and Thurman never really wanted to fight Bud. We both know this.
How they best friends, but Bud didn't show up to Sean's biggest fight of his career, which was Earl Spence.
And then he didn't even go to his wedding either. They didn't invite each other to each other.
Come on, man. They not no friends. That was a duck.
It was a duck.
So
BA, that was because Bob Arum ain't want to pay him.
BA says the best chance Bud has to beat Spence is to really hurt and perhaps stop Spence.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
And he got to hurt him early.
That's not gonna happen.
Because if he get to the 6th round, he already beat up.
Yeah. I was just about to make that point. I said because Errol, saying once he start cooking, and he always come out the gate cooking. You know what I'm saying? He gonna put some miles on your body, and you just get weaker. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's just something about Earl Spence energy when the stage, like it's like when the stage is big, like he takes control of it. You know what I'm saying? And man, this the biggest fight in boxing, man. He gonna be on another level when he come out there, man. I'm just like, man, how he gonna top this last ring walk? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how he gonna top that last performance, bro. He took Ugas. Like people don't understand, like with Ugas, bro. Ugas is a top tier boxer. Yeah. Ugas made Ugas look very, very easy. Ugas, look what Ugas did with Sean Porter. Ugas, everybody thinks Ugas beat Sean Porter, and then you saw the fight between Earl and Sean Porter. And then you saw the fight between Ugas and Earl, and it makes you wonder what percentage was he when he fought Sean Porter? You know what I'm saying? Because he looks tremendous against Ugas, and he beat Ugas easily. I'm not using no triangle theory, but my triangle theory is with the same fighter with 2 different opponents, though. You know what I'm saying? That's not the triangle theory.
So Jonah Turner says he's untested because fighters avoid him, just like top 4 fighters avoid Errol and now avoiding Boots. Yeah, well, I mean, if you don't fight the fights, you know what I'm saying, you're untested. You see what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with why fighters avoid you. You know, you got to get in the ring with them. And, it ain't his fault. You know what I'm saying?
Plus Earl still did get that smoke, though. He got the Brook fight. He got the Denny fight. He got the Sean Porter fight. He got the Ugas fight. He did what he still got the smoke.
See, that's why he won't give Keith Thurman that fight today, because he held them back. You know what I'm saying? From from getting that reputation and from getting that notoriety. You know what I'm saying, for having his name on that resume. And go ahead.
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, you good.
But you can blame Bob Arum all the way up until 2018. After that, it's all Bud because he went back.
And he say they was avoiding Bud, but what happened at 140? He ain't fighting nobody at 140. He ain't fighting
Well,
nobody at 135.
I think of it like this. I think Bud is a greater fighter than he's shown. I just think that he just didn't get the opportunity. And see, unfortunately, in boxing, if you don't have the names, if you don't fight the fights, then it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's got nothing to do with, some people get better opportunities and some people don't. You know what I'm saying? And just
Now
like
another
Lomachenko.
thing, oh,
Hmm.
go ahead, because I wanna,
No,
I
I was
wanna, I
I,
wanna, I wanted to expound upon that point you just made because
well, I
uh,
was just gonna say Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? He came in his first fight. He got a title shot. You see what I'm saying? So
mm,
we can't really look at accolades like that unless they, you know what I'm saying, because some people, you know what I'm saying, he came right out the Olympics getting championship opportunities. Rigondeaux didn't get that. Other fighters, they could have been up there too if they got the same opportunities. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And EJ, he just happened to, he was like that. He was like that factory worker that just stayed at the same job until, you know what I'm saying, he got the opportunity opened up for him. And Bud, you know what I'm saying, he didn't get that opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to fight them great fighters or get the great names. Danny Garcia skipped out the division before he could get to him, and that would have been that would have been better than Undisputed to me. You know what I'm saying? And fighting them other dudes, you know what I'm saying? Because Danny Garcia is a damn good fighter who beat Matisse, and you know what I'm saying, that really counts. Who you fight, the caliber of fighter you beat, and but go ahead.
No, I
my
was about to
point,
say, and people forgot about how good Matisse was when Danny beat him.
Right?
and I
You
just
see what I'm
want to
saying?
say, just to expound upon what y'all talking about right now, people got to understand, the fans got to understand that your caliber of challenges matters because that makes you better and prepares you for that big fight. And that's why we
Yeah,
keep saying untested. He has not faced nobody that hit him in his mouth, hit him in his eye like Earl Spence is gonna do. He has not
yeah,
faced that guy. Like for instance, when he got rocked by Gamboa, a higher caliber fighter would have finished him. When he got stopped, when he got dropped by Mean Machine, a higher caliber would have finished him. Because Mean Machine, once he had him rocked, he got so excited, he just started swinging for the fences and was missing all of his shots. Earl Spence not gonna do that. He gonna step back and keep hitting you with shit everywhere you open that. And that shit
yeah,
matters. That's what these Bud fans don't understand why we keep talking about the strength of his schedule is because that shit matters. He is untested. He's gonna go into this battle. It's like, Mexico trying to go to war with America.
right.
You know,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
bro.
So Jay Smith says when TC and EJ get their rhythm going, they're both unstoppable. And Jonah Turner says, and then you saw the fight with Sean Porter and Bud. BH says, my good brother, the triangle theory was in response to Turner Jones. So he was talking to Tony Turner in the
Sorry.
chat. And Tony Jones said it has everything to do with why Bud is not fighting top fighters. Didn't Bud leave Aram after the Porter fight so him and Earl could fight before the Ugas fight? No, Earl. I mean, Bud knew that the Ugas fight was already on and popping. That's why he already knew the fight was on. That's why he went to the thing talking about the big fish and looking for the big fish. You know what I'm saying? And plus, he already knew Errol Spence Jr. playing to go get the other belt. You know what I'm saying? So these things are not secret. He's just playing off, the duck narrative and stuff. Crawford. He's kind of miserable for doing that. And Errol has uh, Jonah Turner says, and Errol has not had anyone to hit him the way Bud's going to hit him. That's all I'm saying.
That's
You
true.
know, well, Bud power ain't exactly, he hits you with power you don't see, and that's what makes him more dangerous. It ain't that he has such great power; it's that he hits you with power that you don't, because he don't knock anybody out with one punch. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He just stuns you. You know what I'm saying? He stuns you, and then he has the athletic ability to not let you off the hook.
And then
And
he got that top. And then he got that top ranked hired ref too.
right. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't just that, saying his power, just overwhelming people. No, he just hits you with something you don't see. And saying he turn you into donuts for a little bit, how you wobbly, and he just got that ability, the quick hands, saying he just got that ability to finish you, saying he's a closer. Just
You
like
say
Oscar De La
Earl has not had anyone hit him the way Bud has, but the difference, what you're missing is Earl has been hit hard as fuck by Danny. He's been hit hard as fuck by Carol Brook. You got to understand something too. These guys had belts. Carol Brook had a belt. He had something to lose. He was fighting for something. He was in his home country. You know what I'm saying? Surrounded by 70, 80,000 fans. You know what I'm saying?
And Kell Brook was ducked because of
Yep,
his power.
See, and yeah, Carol Brook, hella powerful, hella nice with the hands. And Sean Porter as well, trained as hard as
yeah,
he ever trained in his whole career. And he was holding a belt, had something to lose. There's a difference. That's what I mean by tested. Earl
And
Spence
did
is tested.
and let me ask y'all both a question. If Canelo Alvarez would have fought and beat Jamal Charlo, wouldn't that have made him better prepared for the Bivol fight?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Because
See,
he had that
go ahead.
experience with that long jab. Go ahead. You about to say what I'm about to say. Go ahead.
Oh, I done lost my train of thought. I'm listening to you. Go ahead. I'm on these comments. Go ahead.
Yeah, he would. I feel that's when we say when the competition level matters. He got spoon fed, and this is the corruption in boxing at its finest with surrounded by Canelo. When you got at 160, you got four champions that know that they're gonna get Canelo fight a year before they a year ahead of time, they don't even bother to unify. You know what I'm saying? But Billy Joe Saunders knew he was going to get that Canelo fight before he even got announced for that Andre fight. That's why he pulled out of that Andre fight, because he knew Canelo was coming up. He knew that Canelo payday was there. So instead of the 160-pound division doing what it's supposed to do, unifying, which would have made Andre would have beat Billy Joe Sanders easily, in my opinion. Would have made Demetrius Andre the champion at 160, and there wouldn't have been no Canelo would have been forced to fight Andre. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But
yeah.
instead, they want to make Canelo better than Floyd. So the
Right,
path of
right.
least resistance is always the plan. Eddie Reynoso um Eddie Reynoso's matchmaking is what made Canelo into what he is today, because he would have been took L's. Canelo would have been took L's, in my opinion. 154, he would have took L's against Andre and Charlo, which is proven to me, especially Charlo. Andre now is too. I feel like he's too old to beat Charlo, because Andre athleticism. I think his output in the matches, his interest in boxing is going down. That's why when he fighting wild now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But that's why it's important to have these good matches early in your career so you can be sharpened. I think Boots is gonna suffer from that when he get up in the heavier weight classes.
see, when you fight lesser competition, it dulls your skill. You know what I'm saying? And you don't fight like really good competition. It makes you dull. You know what I'm saying? When you get in there with somebody, really, well rounded, somebody's hungry,
It also gives you a false sense of accomplishment too. It also gives you a false sense of
yeah.
confidence.
Like my stream, y'all, I keep going in and out.
I've
Yeah, you
seen it.
got quiet as hell. I was like, damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, but what I was saying, like, when what I'm saying, when you fight in lesser competition, it really hurts you. You know what I'm saying, as far as your skills and stuff, because you need to be fighting stay on a sharp, high skill level. You know what I'm saying, because other fighters who are gonna cross you, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna be sharp. You know what I'm saying, and if you dull from fighting nobodies, you know what I'm saying, that's why Canelo got beat. You know what I'm saying, because he's been
Right.
fighting all these paper champions, and you know what I'm saying, it showed up in this fight. He went in there fighting like he was taking a walk around the park, and Bivol was trying to win, and he just didn't have the he just wasn't on top of his game, and you could see it. You know, he probably even didn't even take Cabliterol for this fight.
Oh, boy, you. Hey, I was waiting on you. Hey, I was waiting on you. I was waiting on you to take that pause and give it up, because I was just about to say we seen a clean Canelo for the first time since 154 pounds. You remember when his stamina was the issue when he was at
Yeah,
154 pounds, and then
for sure.
he fought Gennady Golovkin the first time, and how sluggish he was, and then he got caught
Hmm.
with that clenbuterol in between time, and
Yep.
they up in the level of clenbuterol. All of a sudden, this guy has stamina
Yep.
all the
Yep.
way up to 175 till you get the vegan diet. Now he don't got no stamina.
Tim Bradley mentioned it too. He said, you know, he's always he's a little known. He's always starting trouble. He told me, so you know, Canelo don't get tired anymore. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He never just come right out and say stuff, but he tried to say it'd be more damaging because he's always alluding to stuff, you know, implying shit, you know. He
Tongue
told
in
me, so
cheek.
yeah, he talking about you know, Canelo don't get tired anymore. So with that eliminated, you should beat this guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just funny how, you know, everybody, it's the biggest, it's not a secret, you know what I'm saying, that he's on that juice, but everybody don't care, you know what I'm saying? They just allow it to, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's nothing you can do about it, you know? And
Danny Thurman and Brooke don't have Bud's power and ability. Bud doesn't need more fights with top fighters to be prepared to Earl. Get real. The man has 38 fights.
yeah, but he haven't fought 38 Earl Spencers.
Brother,
okay, man.
it's not about the power or the skills. It's about the battle and the war, the test. You know what I'm
This
saying?
person thinks, this person feels like we are attacking Bud by saying he ain't fought these guys. That's why this person's getting defensive. If he fight Thurman and Brooke and Danny now, it wouldn't be pointless. We talking about years ago, bro.
Coming
We
Yeah,
up.
talking about years ago, bro.
It's like
Coming up,
out of those 38 fights, you know, who
his
challenged him? Who was his challenge? Give me
Undunded,
one of those 38 fights that was a 50-50 fight.
Ricky Burns.
That
Ricky
wasn't
Burns.
50-50.
I know, I'm just joking.
Ricky
I
Burns.
was gonna say because that's one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite fights they like to bring up. Ricky Burns had a broken
Uh,
jaw.
I know, it's like,
Yeah, his jaw was broke like three or 4 months prior to that.
He got all that. He got all that power, but the Benavidez cat was able to take him to the 12th round.
you
To the
know,
end of the 12th round, it was like
The
20
very
seconds to go.
left in the 12th round.
I
So I
tell you
mean,
what though, but I tell
And
you what, I enjoy.
he couldn't catch up to Benavidez. Benavidez. Like they say he got all this amazing footwork, but he couldn't keep up with this one-footed motherfucker. And Benavidez was piecing his ass up
piecing him
too.
up with jabbing him, keeping him out with the jab. Like, I can't wait till you fight Earl, man. I can't wait till you fight Earl, man. I can't wait, bro. I can't
Uh,
wait.
B,
I can't wait till
BH
you fight Earl.
BH says Earl Spence has punishing bone breaking power. His punishment style leaves a long, lingering damage. I'd rather be KO'd quickly by Bud than brutalized by Spence. Just saying. That's
That's
Yeah,
a
what's up.
great point,
that's a
BH.
great.
Like think about it. They like to talk about Bud's power, but how many facial structures has he broken? How many ribs has he broken? How many noses has he broken? How many people had to go to the hospital? I was tripped out. I'm like, man, where Ugas at after the fight? Man, Ugas in a helicopter on his way, thinking getting life flighted.
Hey, y'all remember the cartoon, The Toxic Crusader from back in the day?
God
Nah.
damn, nah, I don't remember that, bro.
I don't
Bro,
remember
I'm
that.
gonna show you, bro. This nigga looking like Toxic Crusader, bro. Oh no, I'm from a different country. Never mind.
That's all right. That's all right. You know what I'm saying? If
I
y'all
can look it up
if
real
y'all
quick.
y'all smash that like button, I appreciate it. And if y'all enjoying the content, y'all show me some love. You know what I'm saying, to the channel, to the brand. You know what I'm saying. We monetize now. You know what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying. Let's get it in. Show some support. You
Oh,
know
my
what I'm
wife
saying.
yelling.
Oh, that's your wife. So oh, her home. I thought you had went out there for a second. Let's see. So Jonah
I
Turner
just
says
looked up the Toxic Crusaders. That boy a fool.
He said, "You are proving my point. Bud's skills level is exceptional. I think he's an exceptional fighter, man. I think his skills are all that. I'm just saying he just didn't haven't had the opponents to like really, really shine like he need to. And I just think it's unfortunate that he's 34 and he's just getting around to top competition. BH says, Jonas Turner said, BH Bud won't be there to be hit consecutively, and he says, and Bud is a dog. Once he gets rocked, Bud retaliates. That's why
That is
he's gonna get knocked out.
that is a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. And then look, that is a fact.
That's why he's gonna
But
get knocked out right there.
Bud won't get hit consecutively. Like, we gotta see, bro. We gotta see. Cause Bud gets hit. Buds get hit every fight. Bud
Yeah,
and Earl get hit every fight. Earl just got better defense than Bud.
yes, sir.
But
You know.
Bud hand speed is probably quicker than EJ's. But I don't know, bro. I
Yeah,
just can't.
but that's the only knock on Jonah Turner. It ain't like you said. His skill is all that. His skill is supernatural, but it's just the people he fought. You know what I'm saying? I think he would beat probably
Hold on.
everybody on Aerospace Junior list too. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is he just didn't fight him. That's the only problem. And see, I don't like giving fighters credit for stuff they didn't do, even though he do pass the eye test. And that's what Boot's gonna run into also. He's gonna be just like Bud Crawford, except he's getting the network deals and he's gonna be able to get the fights done. And we probably gonna get some good fights out of Boots because he's not with Top Rank and stuff like that, across network deals who can't get along with each other. So that's all I'm saying. Bud, he's shit, I'm a fan of his too. So,
Yeah,
it ain't no biggie, you know what I'm saying? He just haven't fought them dudes. And like I said, I don't think he would lose to any of them. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
He
Nah,
just did
he
he just
I
wouldn't. I
didn't
would pick
wouldn't
fight
him
him.
in
disagree.
any of those fights, even when those guys was in their prime. I picked Bud, but he just didn't fight those guys in their prime. He
Yeah,
fought
and
them when
that
they was done, bro.
and that
Cooked.
makes and if you grew up watching, the Pernell Whitakers and you grew up watching the Oscar De La Hoyas and you grew up watching Floyd Mayweather as they developed and Roger Mayweather even further back, they fought the fights. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Ray Leonard, Terry Norris, they fought each other, and it's no excuses. You know what I'm saying? When you get into this day and the age, you go away from the competition. You're supposed to go towards the competition. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only knock on Bud. He just didn't face them guys, and nothing on his skills or nothing about him losing to him. I just think he just didn't put himself in the right position. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
Um,
even at 34, um, Mayweather was fighting top tier competition. So it really ain't the age thing. I feel like Bud get he it's in them like I agree with both sides of the fence when it comes to Bud. I agree with people saying how good he is, and I agree with the people that saying, hey, he ain't fought nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because those are just literal truths. You know what I mean? When your
yeah,
undisputedness, when your undisputed run looks like Canelo's and Terrence Bud Crawford's, it's like, oh man, but we gotta celebrate it because he got all of them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. And so Jonah Turner said Arrow does have better defense than Bud. Look at the ConcuBox records of Aerosmith's opponents landing shots versus Bud opponents landing. Yep. But
Yeah, we know this.
as you it depends on your competition level. Like, what I'm saying, like, if you fight somebody like a Porter who's on the top of his game, he's a volume puncher. Or you fight like a Castano, what I'm saying, you're gonna get hit more than you ever been hit. I think Castano hit Jermell more than he's ever been hit before. So it
Yeah, he
just
hit
so
that man with bombs too, bro.
right. So it just depends on who you fight. That's why it's so important, your competition level, you know what I'm saying? Because you can get in there just like with somebody like Custio Clayton, and he can't lay a punch on you. You know what I'm saying? Or Boost could face somebody like a Virgil Ortiz, and he may have some trouble. He may get hit more than he ever got hit. So, but he still may knock him out. You know what I'm saying? Boost may still knock out Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz fought what's his name? Mean Machine, and
Yeah,
almost got knocked the fuck out. You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? And but
That shot
he still beat him. Go ahead.
that did that shock you?
It sure did.
Yeah, it shocked me too.
I jumped out my seat. I was like, oh wow. I was
Hmm.
like, bro, I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, we always looking for hype jobs and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
And I
Definitely.
remember before that fight, Bomac was like, "Man, Machine, that's a tough motherfucker. Man, Machine,
Yeah,
I'm like, man, shut the fuck up, bro. This man ain't come on, man. They steady trying to pump this man up, try to make him seem like even Bud, like people say they didn't like. People say Mean Machine was nothing because they didn't know who he was. They didn't know who he was because he didn't fight nobody.
There's a
right.
reason why nobody knows his name, bro.
Well,
Right.
the thing is, if you can't remember, if those fighters never go on to do nothing, you know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, that means they wasn't that big of a deal. And Dongo never went on to do anything. Um, just think about Prescott. He never went to do anything. Ricky Burns, he had some success, but he never went on to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. You know
None
what
of
I'm saying?
them. Lundy,
Right. And just think about
Postol, his
right. Think about
toughest fight.
right. Think about the fighters now Earl fought, you know what I'm saying? They unified and were champions and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying, they went on to do things, you know what I'm saying, in their careers. And that's why the competition level, as you rises, you can't do all that shit that you did on the lower level. You can't, what I'm saying, do what you want to do and look spectacular. Even Earl didn't look, what I'm saying, even though he dominated them, but he didn't dominate like he did in the Barrera and
Yeah.
some of those guys down there, Bondu. He wasn't able to do
What
that
his name?
shit.
What's that dude named Herdine? What's his name?
Oh, Chris Herden.
Man, he
Harden,
destroyed that man.
Van
He
Horn,
destroyed Van Herding. Who else?
Yeah,
What's
but
the other dude? What's the Algeri? Oh my
that's
goodness.
it.
Algieri.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
we
goodness.
knew we
He was
knew
dirty.
pretty much them guys wasn't all that. They were just kind of like
Shit,
C,
Van
maybe
Heerden
C
only
level fight.
had what he had a controversial loss. Van
Yeah.
Heerden came in, they was pretty high on him.
He
And
was
who
high
else
on him.
was it?
Yeah.
It was one of those fighters that even the well, I ain't gonna say even, but the commentators was like, yeah, this guy is not just gonna fall. I think it was
I thought it was
damn,
Algeri. It was Algeri.
it was another dude.
You talking about you
Polymologized was
talking
on
about
Algeri.
Greco? You talking about Greco?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Phil
yeah. Phil the
Greco.
Greco.
It's
Phil the
like, yeah,
Greco.
he's
Oh
not
yeah.
just gonna fold and he's not gonna, shit, man.
Well, Phil
Earl
Greco,
Spence
the thing
dismantled
now,
that motherfucker.
this is the thing. Phil Greco came out. He said he only had 2 weeks to train for that fight. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
yeah.
he said he had
It
two
was a
weeks to
last
train.
minute. Yeah, it
Right.
was a last minute
So,
replacement.
but he didn't have to accept it. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
you
they
know,
still tried to make it seem like he was some challenge or something for Earl, and he wasn't. Now, I'm keeping it real. It wasn't no challenge, but Earl hadn't came up yet.
Yeah.
right.
He still
You
was
know,
coming up.
Yeah, but you could see the competition gradually, what I'm saying, different problems, what I'm saying, that he had
Yep.
to different questions these fighters gonna ask you when you get in there. What you can do when you do this? Can you go 12 rounds? You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Can you stick and move? Can so he was gradually gaining experience. That's when
Yeah.
Crawford probably would have beat him because Crawford was already experienced. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Crawford would already set in his skill set. And if he would have caught Earl back then, before he had that championship experience with Kell Brook, then he probably would have beat Earl. Maybe on
I,
points. Maybe, what
I
I'm saying?
I started feeling Earl was the man after he did what he did to Lamont Peterson. I was a
Yeah.
Lamont Peterson fan, bro.
Yeah.
He tore my dog up. He tore my dog up. I was like, holy shit. He
I
tore
was
him
a
up.
fan because I liked his skill set, but what really sold me was the Kell Brook fight.
Oh yeah, true.
That's what made me
Yeah,
say,
me
you know
too.
what?
Me
Yeah,
too.
he ready. He that dog. Thurman. None of the top welterweights was fucking with him at that time. That's what I was saying. None of the top welterweights fucking with dude. He got a belt now, and the way he went across the pond and stopped Kell
Well,
Brook and took the man eye.
well,
Oh
let's
Hey,
talk.
man,
Well, think about the battle he had with Kell Brook.
I
Kell
was
Brook was
about to
lit.
comment on that. I was about to say
Yeah,
that fight had
Kell
niggas on
Brook.
the edge of their seat.
Kell Brook was jumping on Earl neck. They were letting Kell Brook get away with
from jump,
from a
from the
number of things.
go.
You know what I'm saying? He was jumping on Earl neck after he punched and he would push him off balance, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
literally like push him with his punch and catch him,
Yep.
hook him on the back of the head and lean on him, jump on
Yep.
top of him like, like a kid at the playground. And
Yeah.
uh and Earl didn't complain once because he knew
That was
he knew he had to take it from him.
He
it
was
And
was
throwing
so
that
funny.
uppercut to the
The
body
talk.
when he was jumping on him. Earl was hitting him with that uppercut to the body. That
man,
point
and
blank uppercut to the
they
body.
wasn't even acknowledging that shit. The announcers,
Oh
they
man.
totally ignored that crap. You know
Oh
what I'm
no!
saying? They're
About
like,
what was it? The fourth, fifth round where they start getting quiet as a
Yeah,
mouse. It
so
was
they
like,
had to change their narratives. Like it was the accent for me, bro. It was the accent was like, you know, Kell Brook get a bit tired now. It was just so fucking funny. Like Kell Brook looking a bit weathered now. I was like, yeah, motherfucker, I bet.
oh, it's ragged for Brook. Oh, he looking torrid in there. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah, yeah.
that was the funniest commentation. Oh, bro, I was
The whole
laughing my
stadium got quiet in like the ninth round.
man. Oh, it's the young American is coming on now.
Like,
yeah.
It's like,
yeah, motherfucker.
And I wish,
BH,
and
BH,
you could, to be honest about Bud Crawford, I wish he had a moment like that. I wish Bud Crawford had a moment like that in the fight where that we felt like that with him because
He
he's a very good
overcame
fighter.
something
Yeah, he's a
where
very
he
good
well,
fighter.
overcame the
and
odds. He never
and out.
overcame the odds, and that
Well, he
shit
did that with
matters.
Gamboa. He did that with Gamboa, but it was Gamboa. You
It
know
was
what I'm
game
Yeah.
saying?
boy though.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You wish he had a bigger rival, and you could see him do that same kind of adjustment stuff, and you would have been like, "Damn, man! He gonna is this gonna be a good one, boy?" Because he did some brilliant stuff in there with Gamboa, and
definitely, definitely.
you know what I'm saying? And we see the skills. It's got nothing to do with his skill set. It's just, his competition. You know what I'm saying? Is he going to be able to, what I'm saying, rise, what I'm saying, to the occasion because of, what I'm saying, on that level? Because he's came into the sport 2008 and he's been in there a long time. So, you start to, you start your skill level, your vitality, you know what I'm saying? Your interest in the sport. You know what I'm saying? You don't move like you hungry. Let me
No, I
see.
know. Hey,
Be
go ahead,
Go
go ahead.
ahead. No, I was
I
gonna
was gonna
read.
comment about one of the comments. I was gonna ask about one of the comments.
Oh, I was going to bring up BH. He says, and we seen that Bud eyes swell up pretty quickly. Emphasize on eyes. And we know who the eye collector is. And Jonah Turner says you can't make fighters face you. Eric complained about fighters not facing him. True or false? Bud is in the same position. No, bro.
False, false,
Yeah, that's
false,
false.
false, false. Bud had a promoter that simply was not willing to pay PBC fighters. He had the opportunity to leave this promoter and go to the PBC, and he resigned. It's not
And
the
and
same thing.
they wouldn't pay. They wouldn't pay Danny Garcia his $9 million, but they paid 9 million or whatever it was he wanted. But they paid Amir Khan. You know what I'm
What?
saying? Seven million, yeah, dollars. You know what I'm saying? So that's telling right there. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to. Top rank don't like taking no risk. You know what
Definitely.
I'm saying?
And
You
then
know.
and then he commented about the box rec punch numbers on box rec. Like, okay, if Bud Crawford has a lower land on percentage than Earl Spence, that means that Terrence Crawford got better defense. No, sir. Look at the level of competition. That's what we've been telling you the whole time, bro. We've been telling you this the whole time. Of course,
Uh,
he's gonna have better defense on paper when you fighting lesser guys. That's what we're saying the whole
it
time.
says Jonah Turner said, "I'm taking bet from all you aerospace." He said, "From all you Aero fight fans, just let me know." That's how confident I am, Bud, defeating Errol Spence. Well, if you instead of what I'm saying, putting all that money on betting, y'all show the channel some love. You know what I'm saying? If y'all love the content and y'all support Pool Counter Boxing, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Jonah Turner says, has all the powerful all the powerful Earl TKOs ever every welterweight that has. that was willing to face him. Let me see. Has the all powerful arrow TKO. How you saying that?
He said
Count
has the all powerful arrow TKO'd every welterweight that's willing to face him.
Okay, he needed to put a
He need to put quotations at all powerful because it's like has all power. Yeah, he's being facetious. All right, with that though, I feel like knocking out every opponent.
Oh shit, y'all! You know, fucked up not being Israel is in the building.
I had Spence Brook tied at 6 rounds, then Spence went Super Saiyan. Yeah, that's real.
Shalom, Pug.
They done fucked up. They don't. You must be heard the hype. You must be heard what we're talking about.
Nah, man, I wanted to catch you last night, but it was a beautiful fight, Pug. I know you gonna watch that thing.
Hey, Blue, I gotta go. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Salute to y'all. Salute to the chat.
All right, now. Don't be a stranger, Hassan.
Oh no, I listen to you a lot, but I be at work and I drive a forklift, so I have my headphones on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to comment a little bit more because I like your channel. I like your chat. You got a very respectable channel. You the way you control the panel. The panel's not disrespectful. I salute every single one of you. I'm gonna subscribe to every single one of y'all so I can follow y'all, whatever y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Come to
my brother.
All right, bro.
Subscribe to my channel. You know, I'm gonna support y'all. Y'all support me.
Leave your channel in the link. Put your channel in the link, man.
I'm not no moderator. So.
Okay, my brother.
So what's your name of your channel, though? What's the name of the channel?
It's Hustler's Home.
Oh, what's up, Hustler? That's Hustler Home.
Yes, sir.
Man, what's been good with you, man? I was just asking Reggie about you last night, bro.
Oh, Reggie Owens?
Yeah, man.
That's my guy, bro. I love Reggie.
Asking about you, bro. I was saying, damn, I ain't see Hustler in a minute.
Reggie Owens, yeah, I know Reggie.
I took a first shift job, baby, and so I be sleep.
How the kids doing, bro?
Hey, my kid's doing real good. My son is doing very good in wrestling now, brother. Like he's finished number after all that shit did a couple years ago. This nigga finished 4th in the state. You know what I'm saying? Like my kid's doing very well. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud.
You sound like you full of energy too, man. I was just looking at you. I'm like, oh, I know this dude from somewhere, but I couldn't put it on.
Yeah,
next time stay with me though.
Yeah. Next time, man. Next time I come up here, man. Next time I see y'all, man. I'm gonna come up here, man. I like y'all, bro. All right. I'm gonna put my link in the description of my channel. I gotta find it.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, I love this channel, bro.
Hey, peace and light, brother.
Yes, sir.
Shit, I can't find the link.
What you saw? You said saw a good fight last night, Ben. You there, Ben?
What's good?
What you said? You saw a good fight or something?
Man, I ain't seen no good fight. I seen a spectacular.
You talking about Jermell? You talking about the Jermell fight?
Man, all Boots was a great fight too.
That was a great execution.
That's what that was.
Boots said he gonna be in and out like a bank robbery. Boy, he did not. Now he did not lie. I'm talking about he knocked that boy. Okay, for real, in and out. Second round, he out of there. Well,
so what you think about the fight, the main fight?
Oh man, Jermell Charlo, that's what I couldn't tell you about. Now you talk about that jab and discipline and just being patient, and it paid off tremendously for him. His ring generalship was spectacular. At times, I had Jermell first, second, third, fourth round. I gave it all to Jermell. Fifth, sixth, and seventh, I gave that to Castano. But the 8th, 9th, and 10th was no question. But then when I seen him in the 8th round, it was like he was, I guess that's when Derrick James told me to keep the jab short. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I'm so used to Jermell extending that shit, but them little quick little bomb, them shit was hurting his ass.
Yeah.
Man, he went up there on the inside with Jermell thinking that shit was cake. Pop. He did a steak leg on his way down. I said, oh boy, you in trouble. You know, let Jermell drop you like, oh, you finna go to sleep. And it was downhill since. But then what Brian Castano showed me too, Pug, that he's able to dictate that pace too. he showed me good ring generalship in his
Yeah.
IQ. Because he was,
Yeah.
you know, from times around that 6th round to 7th, he was Jermell was allowing him to take him back, but I guess he had that conscious. As soon as his back touched the rope, start turning. You feel what I'm saying? You already a big dude. I mean, the discipline was outstanding with Jermell, though, man. You know, it was wonderful. He worked
Oh yeah.
everything behind the jab, everything. I felt like he could have did a little more, but overall, he get an A+ in my eyes, though, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was the best meal, man. And Castano pulled it out of him, man. He had the right intangibles, you know what I'm saying, being a pressure fighter, having fast hands, quick feet, and being able to jump in and out. And it tested Jermell's skills, and he just came up and showed his pedigree, showed what he was made of, man. Just a pure, a pure dominant champion. And he just collapsed when he hit him with that damn left. When he hit him with that left shot, he didn't see, and he just kind of just fell in Jermell's hands when they tied up. He just collapsed. I just thought that was crazy. It was like a delayed reaction or something. And
Put his
Exactly.
ass to sleep.
yeah, it was a delayed reaction. And then when the ref he got up, he seen he was messed up.
Yeah, he should
Um,
have
I don't
stopped
think the
this
ref
shit.
wanted to really like strip him because, you know, I was looking at
He
that
wanted
too
to give
because
him a
when
chance.
he got up when he pulled his pants down, he did the little, I don't know if he was hula hooping or what. I said, oh, this motherfucker still fucked up. You know what I'm saying? The real talk, are you ready? And I love them type of referees because as a champion, you still giving that champion a fighting chance. You just got to ask yourself, am I getting this man killed? You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Right.
But he still was fighting back. He was throwing punches. He just couldn't respond. That first knockdown was a downfall after that. So when Jermell went on his ass the second time, it was over. I was surprised the referee let him get up that time.
yeah.
But when he
And he
knocked his
got.
ass down again, he was like, you can't do that, bro.
And the funny thing is, if that was Jack Reese, he would have been out of there because Jack Reese would have made him walk around. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He
Once
said
he
walk
did that
this.
hula hoop in front of Jack Reese, it'd have been
Yeah,
over.
it
You
would have
better
been
not
over.
hula hoop in front of Jack.
He'll tell you to come on this way, come to me.
Walk
You know what I'm
left,
saying?
walk right. Now come back to me. He went the
Right.
hula hoop and the Jack Reese. Oh no, bro. You can't even stand up right. You can't defend yourself. Nah, you know
Yep.
better. I mean, then we ask ourselves as boxing fans, where do we go from here? Well, where
Hey,
does
Right.
Jamel go?
I'm sorry, I don't mean it, but I love after that first knockdown and the ref was getting him up. Jamel was standing right behind the ref. So as soon
Hey,
as he
I'm
said
talking
fight,
about, and the ref ain't told him to go back to the corner. He allowed
yeah, he
Jamel to
was
stand
standing
dead
right
there next
behind the
to him.
ref. He jumped right on his ass. What's up, mama?
Exactly, Israel. And when I seen that too, he was like on the left side of the ref. The
Yeah,
ref
he was
ain't
in his
even.
blind spot. So when he
I'm talking
said
about
fight, it
soon.
was like
The ref looked
boom.
and saw him. I guess he said, "Shit, he here now. Go ahead, y'all fight." Man, he
That
done
shit
pop,
was
pop, pop, boy.
hilarious.
Oh
That
yeah.
was
I mean, but you know what I was impressed by? I was impressed by how accurate Jamel Charlo was on the inside. You know what I'm saying? When he did get back then on the ropes against the ropes, he was catching Castano on the inside, bro. Before he could step to him and volume punch, he was catching him with a nice left hook, or he'll catch him with a nice straight right, or he'll catch him with an uppercut to the body. And that was different, bro. That was totally different, you know what I'm saying, than the first fight. He wasn't countering well off the ropes like that. And then he would tie up, and that made the difference, you know what I'm saying? He just had a whole smarter game plan. Let's see. BA says he said I thought the ref would make Mel go back to the corner, and Mel was the ultimate calm, yep, composure throughout the fight. I think so too. Y'all guys there?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Yeah.
What you
Yeah,
was
I was
saying?
just I was just reading what he said. Mel was ultimate calm, composed throughout the fight. I thought so too. He looked relaxed
Yeah,
in there,
yeah, for
and
sure.
though, but Israel, when you seen the first round when he came out, did he look disciplined to you? What type of Jamel Charlo you saw?
The first round, I'm gonna be real with you. I was on pins and needles. I didn't see enough jabs, so I thought I was seeing the same Jamal from the first fight. But he came on through and picked it up in the next
Yeah,
few
he got
minutes.
loose. He had got at
Yeah,
one point he got loose. I think when Earl and when he heard Earl tell him to jump on him, and because he
yeah,
had heard, because in one point in the
That's,
fight he had caught him with a 1-2, what
that's when
like
the eighth
maybe
round. That's when he
maybe
had him going back, and he just
right.
stayed back like he took a
He
picture of
caught
the boy.
he caught him with like a 1-2 2 times, and you could see Castano, he was catching
Stayed
them
back.
flush,
He
and
went back.
that's
That boy
yeah
had bobbled back. Did the little. He didn't do the hula hoop. He did some other shit, but I guess Jermell was like he playing, and they just waited. I guess he gave him time to recover. That when EJ was screaming, "Jump on his ass!" You
right.
know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And he didn't. But he was already dead from that point on.
And
But
you could tell, it looked like EJ wanted to jump in the ring himself. You know what I'm saying, and get up
it
there.
seemed like
Yeah,
he let this shit slip. Cause it's
I
to
was
me,
screaming at the fight. I was like, this nigga can't fuck with you. Nigga can't fuck with you.
Yeah, I was saying the
Oh
same.
fuck.
I was like, come on, man. I was like, come on, man. Get your ass in there and finish this dude. You know what I'm saying? But he's so cautious. That's good though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't run into nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
and
And
even
but
he ate a lot of shit. He showed me he got a real motherfucking beard on him, though, boy.
Mm-hmm.
That boy, because
Castano,
Castano again was
he
catching him,
he's
man.
he's the midget Terminator, man. Because I mean, for him to try that approach, that's kind of like reminds me of Jared Hurd. You know what I'm saying? The way he was taking punches, just that toughness. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? That toughness, just taking punches and just outlasting your opponent and breaking their will because they can't hurt you. You know what I'm saying? BA says, I thought the ref would make, okay, I read that one. And he says, okay, that was the last comment on that. I'm all cut up. So, yeah, so Mel just he kept his composure. He got loose. Once he got loose, once I think he had to settle down. I think he was a little tight, even though he was doing well. I think Derek James got him to calm down and put his punches together. And so we saw, a few different versions of Mel in there. You know what I'm saying? Till he got his range and his timing really got it down. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what
He could,
Derek James said at the press conference.
yeah. Because you could see how uncomfortable he was because he had to still get used to Castano's speed. He had to get used to how he was coming at him. He's a real crafty dude, and he can trick you. And he ate a few punches. Mel had to eat
Yeah,
a few punches. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
before he could catch on to the traps that Castano, the tricks he would use to get on the inside, he had to. And then you could see where he started dodging those traps. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You saw where the adjustments he was making to those traps. You see what Castano wanted. Castano was limited into what he could do to get on the inside, but he kept using, what I'm saying, little slick little movements to hide the same shit he was trying to do, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get that
Yeah.
overhand right in. Then he'll change levels. He'll put that elbow up and then move a level. And it was just kind of like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of weird movement. Jamil had to catch on to all that. And before he got comfortable, the jab at it and the jab through it. And then when he said it wasn't shit to it, that's when he got loose. You know what I'm saying? He saw it too much. He started doing the same thing over and over, and Mill got comfortable with it, I think. And that's when he started cooking. You know what I'm saying? But before that, it was an awesome back and forth fight. Um, he just broke him down. Mel just got too much power, too much talent, and he got too much dog in him. You know what I'm saying, for
Mm-hmm.
Castano. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I
Facts.
saw. That's what I saw, bro. I was so amazed that this kid is like, this talented. You know what I'm saying, for this division and not be recognized. It's a disgrace to boxing. To tell you the truth,
Mm-hmm.
and I know they're gonna try to downplay him. In the media, they're gonna try to put him up under a new way. A new way gonna be ahead of him, right? Um, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And a new
Man,
way, I
look,
don't.
man, he is a clean fighter. He's a great fighter. He fights everybody. He don't duck no smoke. There's only one thing they can say they don't like about him, man.
Hmm.
And that's the complexion of his skin.
Yeah, and he said that in the post conference. He said I'm a black. He said I'm for my people, even though they don't
Mm-hmm.
think it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well,
Mm-hmm.
that's cause that got something to do with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's got something to do with you. And your
right.
praise for Canelo. You know what I'm saying? And
True
you
that.
know, you better than Canelo. You know what I'm saying? So why you trying to garner this love and you got this deference for this guy. You know what I'm saying? When you're just as good, you know what I'm saying? You're just you know
Maybe
you
even
should
better.
right. You know what I'm saying? And with your attitude says that you're great, but when you do stuff like that, you're not supposed to be. Like I'm old school. You're never supposed to be up in another dude like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if
Hmm.
you're a fighter and you're a competitor. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be. You might show some respect. You're like, hey, yeah, Canelo, he's decent. But if I went up
Yeah,
there, I'd knock his ass out. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That's how I look at it. You ain't supposed to be like Canelo is great, and it's just a loss, and like, no, he got knocked out because he fake. You know what I'm saying? He fake. He been fighting paper champions, and he went up against a real one, and he got exposed, and that's what
hmm.
that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would have did it. You know what I'm saying? BA says, we saw the same Castano from the first fight. We saw a different level of mellow this fight, and that's the difference. That's what Derek say. You know
Facts,
what I'm saying?
BH.
It's not what it's not what Castano did. It's what kind of male. It was a subpar male, and say it was a subpar male against a really good Castano, and you know, you know, but the great thing about champions is that they can raise their level of, say Ali used to get knocked down by some subpar talent. What I'm saying? He get knocked down and he'll get up and it'll wake him up. What I'm saying? It'll spark that talent and he have to come out and show him why he's Ali. And sometimes fighters got to go through that. They fight down to the level of the competition that they're fighting. And unfortunately, some fighters take losses doing that shit. But sometimes they'll get hit, and then they like when Bud got hit by Mean Machine, it woke him up. You know what I'm saying? So he had to turn it on to another level. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, he didn't take a loss in that fight. And fortunately, Mill didn't take a loss in that fight. But he did take a loss in the Tony Harris fight. So you know what I'm saying? But he came back and he came back and
Avenge
got
that.
avenge that. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, you got to keep your eye of the tiger up. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
hard for these fighters once they start touching these M's, they start touching these pretty women, these fast cars, these houses. It's hard for them to stay focused on a grind. Boxing is a grind, and it's hard for them to stay focused on a grind. Everything you got to do in boxing to stay on top. You know what I'm saying? When your life is so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that he was going through some things like that. He just had a new baby. You know what I'm saying? Him and his brother Rich, what I'm saying, enjoying the lavish land, eating the fat calves, and what I'm saying, he just got a little Hollywood on him still for a little bit. But then, Castano brought him back to us, that challenge. So, you always need a challenge. And that's why I think, Bud Crawford is gonna have problems because he's not challenged. So he don't have that fight, them fighters that have pushed him to want to be better. And Boot's gonna run into that same thing. You know what I'm saying? If he don't find some fights that what I'm saying, that's gonna push him and make him better, he's gonna run into somebody, he's gonna run to them upper guys like Errol Spence Jr., like Terrence Crawford, who can really, really take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all ain't no full kind of boss to be doing it like that. Hmm. Let's see.
That's real talk.
BA says Castano brought the best out of Mel. That's that's what sport needs. Respect to Castano. And Jay Smith says the only few fighters today Hall of Fame worthy. Bud, Errol for sure are future Hall of Famers. Yep. And Negative Nine says agreed. Castano has no skill. This boy here, he be tripping, man. Yeah,
Oh,
agreed.
Charlo just solidified himself in the Hall of Fame. That's a wrap.
Very low level opponent for me.
Who, Castano?
Yeah, that's what Negative Nine be tripping, man. That's my boy though. That's my boy. He be here in the chat.
It don't matter because shit, he still fought everybody, all the names in his division. So who else was he gonna fight? He fought all the names.
Yeah,
So there's
pretty
nothing
much.
else for him to do but fight the last champion and get undisputed.
Yeah, yeah, you're right, Jay Smith. It's only a few fighters that's worthy of the Hall of Fame, and you got to have that mindset. What I'm saying, that you want to fight everybody. That's another thing that's missing. These fighters don't want to fight everybody. What I'm saying, they want to pick and choose the styles that they think they'll be successful against, and that's not being a true champion. What I'm saying, trying to pick out the right style that you think you can beat. I would like to see Earl Spence Jr. fight Jerron Bruce Ennis. I don't care what weight it's at, but I would like to see that fight. And I think Earl's the best, but I would want him to go out there and prove it by fighting Boots. I wanted to see
I think that's gonna happen too at 54.
yeah, you see how they already got them talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Boots talking about he going fishing for shark, and
Yeah.
Errol saying you might catch something you
You gonna
don't.
catch something, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Catch some shit you don't
they're
want.
already building that fight, and Errol don't talk about fights. What I'm saying, he don't talk about no fights like that he's not interested in. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So that's a little that's a little foreshadowing right there for y'all, that they building this Boots versus Errol Spence Jr. fight for Showtime, y'all. And
But
it's gonna be
they gonna fight, but I don't believe them two gonna meet up at 147.
no,
Nah.
I just said 154.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it might be. It even might be 160, but they definitely passed
No,
both of them. Yeah,
no,
prove
it
it
had
now.
no, because Earl don't have that long. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be at
You don't have to be.
154.
He could do. He could beat up. I mean, it could be a two-piece at 154, and you could just relax at 160. You know, I don't really
Yeah,
see too many problems for EJ though, and it's not being, stuck on EJ and not on reality. You feel what I'm saying?
right.
But if you talk about his defense's arsenal, I feel as though he's matched pretty well with a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
when what his name Espinosa, when Espinosa was talking last night, and he was saying Bud them, you heard he said Bud them, they were been talking behind the scene. He said they been was negotiating. You know what I'm saying? He said he felt as though the fight getting closer and closer. You know, he talked to EJ. They've been in contact with Bud. It's a lot of back and forth according to what Espinosa was talking about. So
Hmm.
I'm loving what I'm hearing. I'm loving that. When that fight comes to fruition, all the whole Justice League put on your pants. Do not show up with no skirt on. Please don't. And get out your feelings.
Uh,
Whole Bud Just League. Do not show up with no skirt and stay out your feelings. Because it's going
Jonah
down.
Jonah Turner said, I don't believe Errol nor Bud will face Boots at any weight class. If it happens, I would be very impressed. He says, Boots is too strong, too fast, too young, hungry for Bud and Errol. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, like we were saying, it's right now he ain't facing nobody to really say that. That's the he passes the eye test. Um, I think he would get him a lot of trouble, but you got to think, EJ and Bud got a lot of experience. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of experience in that ring, and Boots. The only thing I could say, he can make a leap because of his pedigree. He comes from a hell of a boxing family, and that gives him a lot of confidence. What I'm saying, to overcome any big stage fear he may have. He's been boxing all his life, so what I'm saying. That's why he would probably give him so much trouble rather than just his skill. What I'm saying? Because Errol and Bud, they've seen all kind of styles. They fought. They felt all kind of power. So I don't think they're going to be impressed by Boots. Whatever what he's able to do in the ring. Um, the
They're not
more
gonna be
important,
terrified.
well, more importantly, they're going to have to be able to muster up their will to fight him, their motivation. That's what's more important, is getting the motivation, getting up for a fighter.
But
You know what I'm
EJ,
saying?
EJ was on the phone with the little youngin. He told him, he said, man, I got fish to fry, bro. But he said had he get it rearranged, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't think just wait your turn, little youngin. Ain't like EJ. I can't sit here and be Jerry Crawford will fight Superman and Batman simultaneously. Oh no, the fuck I won't be on a nobody mics with that. Cause Terrence Crawford still ain't showed me he ready for the EJ smoke. You know what I'm saying? Because people say he'll apex predator. That's not. I'm not impressed. I'm impressed with his work, his body of work overall. 3 division, one time undisputed. And now he's the current WBO welterweight champ. That body of work, I'm impressed with. You feel what I'm saying? Because it take a lot to accomplish undisputed. I ain't gonna take nothing away from him, but I'm not. I'm still not. Wow, with that shit about
I'm
Terrence
not.
Crawford.
I'm not impressed by. I'm not impressed by none of it because he haven't. He didn't fight nobody to get it. And I think anybody. I'm impressed with his skills more than any of that stuff.
Yeah,
I was
Um,
about to say because if you pick up on, you can fight one guy and get undisputed.
exactly.
To
I mean,
to
this is what he face to face with at 147. You know what I'm
to
saying? He stepped around, deceived every bud justice, all his fans he deceived, lied to them. Oh, yeah, I'm finna do curls and beat up on everybody over there. They
well,
scared of me at PBC, but and instead he ain't told them people when he was at 140, he had any, many, mighty more he could have went and done. But it's on him. He want to go
yeah.
that little faggot route. That's on him. He want to go beat up on little Jeff Horn and an Uber driving the rest of them old one-legged motherfuckers and a dude named Greensby. That's on him. You feel me?
Weak
yeah.
Say
ass
he'll turn
con.
around
This
and
nigga
get mad
quit.
at Bob. Bob ain't giving me the big fight. You know, la la la. That's on him. Then when Bob out there saying he a piece of shit, old black milk dud ass motherfucker, that's on him. Because if he sit there and let a man talk about him like that and don't get up to defend himself, why should I? And I was
Facts.
out here. I just stopped that shit. All these Bud Just League talk about EJ. I said, man, fuck all that shit, bro. I think Bud want to fight. I think Bud got to be pushed to the ring. I don't. You see how people like Bud the real, Bud the stud. Bud, man, Bud ain't shit. That's
They
what I
said Bud
feel.
is a gangster.
Man, listen, that's what they say. Tell them get his gangster ass in the ring. That's all.
Yeah.
You a gangster, get your gangster ass in that ring. You know, they say he a gang. They say Bud to keep whoop the Credible Hulk, Superman, and Spider-Man simultaneously. That's what his fans say. Bud begged the difference. If Bud was so, I do this shit would have been went down. Because when EJ, if I was Bud, when EJ jumped his behind from out that Ferrari and came out the hospital still bumping his gums, I would have punched my, okay, yeah. But that
Well,
ain't Bud. Bud
well,
ain't cut from that. Huh?
this is my fear. This is my fear, Ben. Bud has done interviews where he say he would have been retired. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for the people that's dependent on him, and it just kind of shows me that he's not. His mindset ain't that in that. I'm hungry, still trying to get better mode. It's that I'm just doing this for money. You know what I'm saying? Type stuff. And that's the thing that's gonna get him beat. Is that his mindset isn't that he's really into boxing. It's just something he does well. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of got that feeling from the interviews that he did. I forgot. I think it was Andre Ward, and he don't seem to like want to be the best. He just want to, he said he never imagined becoming undisputed, and if he retired tomorrow, he'd be good with that. So with that kind of mindset, what I'm saying, he just has exceptional skills, but he don't really want to he don't have the motivation to go up here and beat these guys. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? You know,
So
Jonah
so
Turner.
so the so the Fat Mac ain't motivation enough for him. Bryant Fat Mac McIntyre is not motivation enough for him. The one who been lying to him, whispering in his ear. Bo Mac been whispering more in Bud ear than Bud old lady been whispering in his ear. Fuck
Well,
wrong, fuck Bo Mac. Bo
I
Mac
think
was
he
the
been I think he's been fighting a long time. These guys be fighting a long time. By the time they get up there making them M's, you get tired of fighting. You know what I'm saying? I think Bud into his kids wrestling. They making state. His children, track team. I think he wants to get into their lives. I think when you start getting older, it ain't about you, it's about your kids. And I think they're starting to get old enough to compete. And I think he wants to get on that side of it and train. And I think he's tired of fighting. You know what I'm saying? So that's something Bud fans gonna have to look at. That I don't think Crawford got the motivation. You know what I'm
Oh no,
saying in the ring.
Pull,
Hmm
it might come for you for that statement. Pull talking about my
I,
motivation. They might be ready to, but
no,
I don't know if you
I
say,
mean
hey,
like
Bud,
I think Bud got the
boy, they might
skill.
get mad at
You
you.
know, you remember when Michael Jordan winning all them championships, he had to find motivation to keep going. You see what I'm saying? He had to
Yeah.
create. He had to he dominated so much. You know what I'm saying? He got to a certain point where the championships don't mean much anymore. You know what I'm saying? Not that he ain't good enough to win championship after championship, the dunk competition. That once you win it for 6 times, then now you got to find motivation to get better to beat the next group coming in. So, that's what I'm saying. Like his motivation, what I'm saying, may not be there. But I don't know with Earl Smith Jr. though, he does have a lot of competitiveness, what I'm saying, energy, competitive energy with Earl, and maybe his competitive energy with Earl probably enough, what I'm saying, to bring out, to get him up on that level. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what he's working on right now. Jonah Turner says, you don't have to be impressed. He said the way fighters are avoiding him is enough proof. Please stop with the 140 crap. Being Earl and Thurman told Bud to get that belt first. Oh, we ain't gonna go back down that line. He said, EJ said for 4 years Bud is on the other side. Nah, that's talking points, bro. Talking points. He says, Poole, he said Roy Jones was the same way. Roy never wanted to really hurt his opponents. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He sure was. He sure was like that. And he says, Jay Smith says that would elevate Bud resume getting EJ on there, and especially if he can go to 54 and get Jamel. Yeah,
He
you know what
beat
I'm saying?
EJ. He beat EJ. I forgive his whole resume.
Man, listen, that shit ain't gonna happen. I can't even fathom that shit. I can't even
Hey,
put. And this boxing, and they say anything can happen, but Terrence Crawford is like, you know, that. I always when I see Terrence, I always think about Mikey because it was so much hype behind that motherfucker. It was so much. Oh, he the greatest. He's almost like Roberto Duran. He's a 4 division champion already, and they record with similar. Mikey Garcia should have about 50 fights right now. When he fought Errol, he had close to 40 fights and about 30 knockouts. If you look at they record, it was almost similar. When I hear people talk about that, I say, and they similar in stature too. Bud is a more fluid, he got very high IQ than Mikey Garcia, but there's a lot of shit similarity. That ass whooping gonna be more severe for Bud Crawford. It gonna be similar too. But that shit, that Bud Crawford shit, he got some answers there, boy. When he get his ass in the ring, it's gonna be like almost like redemption, like payback, motherfucker, for all that slick shit you was talking, knowing that you couldn't do shit. You was just talking shit. Had all these motherfucking dick riders just, oh, boy, to beat Spider-Man, Superman, and Incredible Hulk simultaneously. Because he beat up Green Beans, and a dude named Kell Brook. Bud is this motherfucker. Man, get the fuck, fight that motherfucker. When he do that, then I'll be impressed. But until then, like I told you last night, for Brian Castano to walk out that ring a champion, you're going to have to drag Jermell Charlo ass in that ring. You got to beat his ass under that canvas. And if you think you got to do that to Jermell Charlo, the fuck they think they going to have to do to EJ, to that World Destroyer? Think you just going to punch him in the mouth, he going to lay down and fold up? That shit ain't finna happen like that, bro. You talking
Them
Jonah,
about
boys ain't knowing.
you got a
Jonah,
dude. Go
go
ahead, my
ahead.
G.
Oh, I was just gonna read Jonah Turner what he had to say. He said, being is Mikey Garcia undefeated, Bud is no comparison. And Dave Phillips, welcome to the channel, Dave Phillips. He said Jonah, he was undefeated until he got in the ring with Spence. And Jonah Turner says, Ben don't disappear on fight night. He said, don't disappear on fight night. No, Ben gonna be here. You know what I'm saying?
Stop that.
Ben gonna be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I might as
Hey,
well stop
now
that.
just y'all smash that like button, and you can see, I like to keep my format where everybody can express themselves. Y'all support the channel because I'll never get this thing monetized. I never get this this stream monetized. Let's see, BA says, panel, correct me if I'm wrong. didn't Bomac say that Bud chooses the Jeff Horn route as opposed to the IBF Spence route that was available to Bud? Yeah, that's he did say that. You know what
He
I'm saying? He
literally
said
said the
it.
easy route.
I forgot who that was on
That
Barbershop
was that
Conversation.
was that was on Loyal to the Game.
Mm,
That was on
mm-hmm.
Kwame shit. He was on Kwame
Yeah,
shit. They was all on the panel. And then BF got it on his channel. He got the interview on his channel where he broke that shit down. Well, he
yeah.
had to break it down for the Buddy Boys.
You know, Bud is a pretty good dang wrestler, man. You know what I'm saying? He really into. I'm from Florida, so we big on wrestling down there, like high school to college competition.
Hmm.
He's a pretty good goddamn wrestler. You know what I'm saying?
I
He
saw
folded
that.
up.
Where you be at in
Fold,
Florida, fool?
oh, I'm out of Gainesville. You know
Oh,
what I'm
you from
saying?
you with blood? You in blood area in Gville.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So it's pretty cool, man. It's that wrestling stuff. It keeps him in shape, keeps it's another level of competition. You know what I'm saying for him, and I just think he's starting to get into other things. He got money. You know what I'm saying? He's just gonna have to keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? When Bud get, I mean, when he fight Errol Spence Jr., you're gonna have to keep it up. So if Dane Phillips said, with all the trash Bud's been talking for so many years, Spence is gonna break both his eye sockets instead of just one. Yeah. Shout out to Real Marlo with the eye collector thing. He started that. You know what I'm saying? I be tripping on Real Marlo. He be having me laughing on his videos.
Yeah, dude, funny as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. And he got
And
like
he
one of
just be switching.
the.
He a switch hitter.
Mm.
That shit was
If y'all,
funny
if
than
y'all, if
motherfucker.
y'all, if y'all want all that troll and y'all down for the BS, y'all go over to Real Marlo TV. He down with all that. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
want all that smoke. You know what I'm saying?
big facts.
Yes, sir. But
He be
man,
breaking that shit down though.
yeah, he do. He do. He really do. He be going into the fight and just all the narratives. He be
Yeah,
knocking them down and yeah, I like Real Marlon. I wanted to collab with him and stuff. I just ain't been able to reach out to him and get him over here. I've been so dang busy. Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. When I do my live streams, I done drove for 11 hours, bro. That's when my energy be low. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And he'll record his shit. You know what I'm saying previously, and then just drop them shits back to back.
Yeah, I
Cause he
like how
be,
he,
I could tell he be on the go too.
yeah. I like how he just put that camera on his computer. He put that camera phone on his computer and show you shit.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Marlon, I
Mm.
like watching this shit. I got his
Mm.
notifications up.
Yeah. So but we're proud. We got one more undisputed. You know what I'm saying for our people. You know what I'm saying to get Bud
Two,
Crawford or Errol Spence
two
Jr. You
more.
know what I'm saying. Oh yeah, that's right. Devin Haney. How y'all think
Hmm.
that's going? How y'all think that's going to play out for Devin? Y'all think he gonna get robbed?
Nah, I
Nah,
think he gonna pull it off.
I believe Devin and Nightmare Haney got enough boxing IQ ring juniorship. Now it might be a similar to fight what we seen last night with a guy pressing Jermell like how Brian Castano was pressing him. We might see, I mean, George Camboso pressing Devin Haney like Brian Castano pressed Jermell
Yeah.
last. You know what I'm saying? That's what I meant to say. But I feel as though Devin got enough in his toolbox to keep George Campbell so honest. I feel as though he done trained at different military camps under different trainers, different commanders. He done saw a lot, did a lot. George Cambosa, 20 fights, 10 knockouts. Is he ready? We ask ourselves, is David been the current WBC champion for the last few years, couple of years now.
Right.
Lomachenko got lightweight fucked up because he didn't want to see Devin Haney. Then we had Capo Lopez. He was out here, I'm gonna take over, man. I'm the new shit. You got to get me. He was saying the same shit. He won $100 million to fight Devin. Then he went cherry pick George Camboso. That shit went wrong. And during this same time, Bob Aaron was talking shit about Terrence Crawford. He was over there also telling Teofimo Lopez, "Oh, the Rooster gonna come home to crow. You around here done went the motherfucking price bid on me, talking shit about me, bitch. You don't know I'm the corruptest motherfucker in boxing, bitch. I'll put your motherfucking you and your daddy on the shelf. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, he said Jay Smith said Devin by SD close fight going on 12 rounds, split decision. Yeah, I think George Kambosos feel like Devin Haney can't hurt him. He feel like Devin Haney has no power. So he's training with middleweights right now. So like Ben said, I think he's gonna try to press Devin out, even though he's not gonna be able to cut the ring off on Devin. But he's probably his best shot. He don't have one punch knockout power. Um, what I'm saying? He's got quick hands. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of thinking it out, y'all. He got quick hands, he got quick feet. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he's gonna be able to catch Devin. You know what I'm saying? Only time he can catch Devin is when he got that messed up shoulder roll. If he go to the rope, and Devin, he haven't been able to figure out that shoulder roll, and he hopefully you don't, what I'm saying, what I'm saying, go in there with that messed up shoulder roll and get clipped on the chin. Um, but Devin Haney, he's gonna have to box, and I think he can box to a decision, like Jay Smith said. But I think Kambosos feel comfortable because he don't think Devin Haney can really hurt him, and he's going to be coming forward, and Devin going to be picking him off, and he's going to be swinging for the fences till he get tired, and Devin just cruise to the rest to the win to the decision. I think he's going to cruise to a decision because I think uh, Kambosos going to get tired. You know what I'm saying? Just swinging for the fences, trying to get a knockout. Um, and but he got to fight him twice. That's the thing. That's the whole thing. He's got to fight him twice, and that's kind of go ahead, go
He
ahead,
go
bro.
in there with that first fight and knock Camboso ass out. I'm telling you, Bob Aaron gonna rearrange that whole contract in the midst of it. I don't think they'll see it though, but I don't know. We gonna have two. It's really three, but that third one an option. But it's two of them definitely. He got to fight him. He beat him. George Camboso have option for a rematch. But I don't know. I don't believe. I know Devin get upset. When I mean upset, I feel as though he can knock a George Camboso out. He ain't knocked nobody out in a minute, but I feel as though he got more knockouts than George Camboso. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
feel as though his level of competition was a little more better. I mean, you take Mickey. Only person really George Camboso got really to talk about on his resume is Mickey Bay and your boy Shelby Lee. You know what I'm saying? The
yeah,
other little dude, Hopaz, who he just beat up. You take them little three musketeers, it's almost like an even matchup with the Devin. I ain't gonna say even matchup, but it's similarity. But I think Devin, if you take, where he been at, the Floyd Mayweather, the Kevin Cunninghams, the Roy Jones, all the military camps, that does that not play a role for him to be so
yeah,
young at a tender age of 22, 23? He fuck around and become undisputed. He gonna do something second to Mike Tyson. He gonna go down in the history books. The
yeah,
youngest, especially with a full belt era, I don't think a 23-year-old. Something
yeah.
we gotta really look at though, man. But I feel as though Devin Haney can go to Australia and take over, come back home with them belts. But the second fight, how that's gonna play out though? That's my question.
Well, or even if it depends on how the first fight go, because we know if he go in there, he dominates Kambosos. I don't think Bob gonna try to pay for a second fight. You know what I'm saying? Bob don't really believe in rematches like that unless you're a superstar and he feel like you can make some major money. And Daniel Phillips says Devin knows he has to stop Kambosos. Aaron brought the judges to prevent Loma from having to fight Devin. That's a good point. And Devin knows he needs to stop, and he will get it. He needs to stop Kambosos, and he will get it. So that's a good point. You know what I'm saying? He does have Devin trapped. So it's up to Devin, you know what I'm saying, to raise his level, you know what I'm saying, raise his boxing game to a whole nother level, you know what I'm saying, to prevent that from happening. You know what I'm saying? We already know they don't want Devin to be undisputed. So Devin, he knows what he's looking at. So we gotta see what he gonna do, man. I think he got the skill to beat Cambosos. It's just that the system is set up against him and his dad. You know what I'm saying? Them promoters don't want to see Devin Haney, win him and his dad because they promoters by themselves.
Yeah,
And if them other kids like Keyshawn Davis and Stevenson see that Devin could be successful, on his own, making millions of dollars, by going directly to the company like Boots did, cutting out promoters, then that shows that they don't really need them. They can just bypass the promoters and go straight to the zone and make their own deal. Or they could just go to Showtime or whoever, and make their own deals. They don't need these promoters in their pockets, and they're trying to prevent that. So they're trying to control the game. You see, they won't let Stevenson fight the other two champions at 130 to become undisputed. That would just add more accolades and build. It's almost like he want to cheap. He want to keep fighters cheap. He don't want them to build up any accolades, so he have to pay them more. You see what
yeah.
I'm saying? So that's what Bob's doing. He don't want you to have these accolades. He want to keep on paying you, saying two, three, $4 million for a fight. He don't want to pay you $30 million for a fight because you're a superstar. Then he has to pay,
Yeah.
whoever, to fight you. Like they did Amir Khan. He lost out big on that because he thought Amir Khan was going to bring out all the Brits. And, British really support their people. But for some reason in this fight, I guess they figured Amir Khan was a shot fighter, and they didn't come out, to support him. And, Bob is all about, the money.
They
And
didn't with the Carol Brook thing.
no, what you think 180 pay-per-views, you think that's
Oh, that's all
top,
they did. But
yeah,
I thought they were more so dependent on the
100
gate. Like what?
180,000 pay-per-views, when
How
Bob
many
come out,
asses they put in the seat?
well, when Bob come out and say, he could have brought a mansion for what he paid for Terrence Crawford, you know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
but that's Bud though. Like Bud ain't got no followings. That's what people don't be realizing. Like yo,
Yeah, but that's why
you,
he relied on Amir Khan,
right?
who's supposed to be bringing a country, but he didn't bring a country. You know what I'm saying? He just brought that weak chin. He brought that
Yeah,
weak chin and that weak fighter spirit. You know what I'm
yeah. Them
saying?
people didn't want to see Amir Khan get bashed on by Bud Crow.
Right,
They knew Bud was gonna bash the shit out of Amir Khan. They didn't want to see that shit.
right. So and so Bob, he thought he took a risk. And now he's not about taking no risk. You know what I'm saying? Unless he can make a lot of money on the back end, and so he's not gonna really support you know any fighters like that. You know what I'm saying? That's trying to become promoters. You know what I'm saying? Or because he got a stable of Olympians. What I'm saying, right now he's trying to raise up to make great fights with Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis. You know,
Yeah,
so he's trying to keep them from being spoiled. Let's see. Jay Smith says, I say it can go all 12 rounds because Devin is not really the type to finish his opponents and jump on them. He's comfortable with sitting back and boxing and cruising to a victory. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that. I just think, he don't have the power. I mean, I think if Devin had the power, he would do it. You see, he tried to do it against Jorge Linares, and he did hurt Jorge Linares when he was on the ropes. It's just that, Devin, he just don't have finishing type power. You know what I'm saying? At least at that weight. I mean, at 140, really, I think once he win undisputed, he's gonna have to move up. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't. He say he has a hard time making 135 right now. I don't know who he'd be competitive with up at 140, besides maybe a Jose Ramirez or, what I'm saying? I can't even imagine him fighting Josh Taylor. He'd be moving up to 147, and maybe a Regis Prograde. I think Regis Prograde would knock him out. I think he'd probably knock Devin out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of hard to say. You know what I'm saying? He's just got to go and do his thing at 135, You know what I'm saying? 'Cause 140 got a few good fighters up there. I think he'll beat he'll get that belt from Montana Love though. He'll definitely get that belt from Montana Love. I thought Montana Love was different. You know what I'm saying? But he showed me in his last fight that he got some growing to do. He got a lot of stuff to work on.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. You saw that Montana Love fight?
I saw it, but I don't like
Yeah,
remember the details. There's been so many fights,
yeah. But
so many fights.
yeah. So
It's
we're
not
gonna
one of those.
hmm
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we're just gonna wrap it up. We've been on for about 3 hours, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I just want to come in and you know what I'm saying. I appreciate everybody coming through. You know what I'm saying, showing your boy some love. You know what I'm saying, and you know, we'll see
Yes,
you
sir.
guys the next time, man. All right,
Peace
peace
and
out,
light,
y'all.
everybody.
Oh
Peace.
yeah,
Shalom.
shalom.